Welcome, welcome everybody. We're doing debut today. I should probably post that I'm debuting that. It's a debut day. Also, we're debuting Lucia's haircut for the next expansion. I decided I didn't like that one. It was just too much going on. So I went with this one because it kind of fits with the idea that Lucia lets like one side of her hair just get really long, and the other side she kind of keeps like slightly groomed. So going with this one. Yeah. Welcome everybody to FF14 PvPs before raid because I can't think of anything else I want to do right now. And we got the new PNG tuber done by the lovely, how does her X? Oh. Britters. Chibi Queen Britters. Chibi Queen at Chibi Queen Bean on Twitter. I need to update that. But yeah, she did the full-blown chibi tuber with the blinking eyes and the cool aesthetic of being it's based off of a Warhammer model, specifically a Bretonnian questing knight, just because I do a lot of fantasy stuff on the channel, and also I just like Bretonnia. So now my bird is officially French, and a knight, and a questing knight at that. And since the new lore updated, being a female questing knight is not necessarily impossible. Which is neat. Still getting over a cough, so I apologize. I'm fine, to be honest. I'm not really coughing up anything. Just, I am feeling, I just have a need to cough. I don't know why. But yeah, that's it. We got the new PNG tuber. I think it's super adorable. I do like the blinks. I kind of wish I did have her looking off to the side, like she was looking at the screen, and then looking at everyone when I'm talking, but, you know, that's fine. We'll have to do more. I'm hoping when I have a little bit more cash, I'm gonna do up, like, 7 or 8 different, like, chibi styles of this, where it's like she's pointing at different things or gesticulating with her hands, which is something I do when I talk a lot. So that'll be the goal. But that is a future thing. Right now I'm just going to enjoy the new chibi tuber and work my way up to that. So thank you all for coming. We're going to do some PvP, and I'm going to casually nerd about Warhammer, because that just was something that has taken up the last few days of my chat. This is me being a dork, so we're going to go be a dork. So, for those who are new to the channel, hi, welcome. Please hit the like, subscribe, and if you're in Twitch, the follow buttons. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy when you do that. And if you didn't know, I'm a huge Warhammer 40k nerd. I've been a nerd I've been a nerd since I was like a kid. I think at 12 I was playing D&D with my dad and brother. So that is, you know, a long time to be a dork. And going back even longer, there's videos of my cousins all playing outside, hanging out, and people going in and poking their head inside, and you could see me playing Sonic 2 on a Sega at, like, I think I'm still, like, wearing pull-ups, like, I'm that young. So it's like, I have been a nerd almost my entire life. I was born into it, murdered by it, and kind of happy about it. Honestly, I could be into so many other things, but I just generally like being a dork. And one of the things I'm a dork about is Warhammer. I went back and forth about what I was going to talk about today, if I was going to talk about the game that the game and the setting that got me into Warhammer, or Warhammer 40k itself, or even the fantasy version, since this is a you know, debuting of my fantasy you know, based Lana model. But I decided to go with doing Warhammer 40k. It's the basic one. It's the one that's more popular, the one you hear people like Bricky, Matara, Alicia's Life, like different people like actually on the internet talking about and getting like excited over. It's the big one. It's the popular one, and it's popular for a good reason. The Warhammer 40k universe is vast. It's interesting. There's lots of stuff going on. Horus Heresy is better, but you know, Horus Heresy wouldn't exist if Warhammer 40k wasn't there. It's kind of the thing that kind of got it rolling. And I'm a very, you want to learn about lore, I'll probably talk about it later, but go look up Bricky, go look up Adeptus Ridiculous. They're very good intro levels and they'll get you into it. And then from there you can go watch Luton, you can go watch Remembrancer's pretty good, you can go watch Oculus Imperador. There's lots of really good lore channels out there. And there's also a lot more better channels for actually learning the game if you wanted to. Tabletop Titans, Tabletop Tactics, Mini Wargaming, which is one of the groups that got me into playing the game. There's a lot of different like people you can go watch if you want to learn about the game and the thing. But I'm going to be giving more opinions, and specifically my opinions. One of the questions that came up last week, and that with the Cozy Tatoes, when I was talking to them about Warhammer before Raid, was what army wouldn't you play, and can we get you to play it? And then this conversation came up again on Wednesday, where Ben, my co-host and support for Dark Souls, my Dark Souls / Soulsborne playthroughs, tried to guess what it was after knowing me for, going on 10 years now? Jeez, we've been friends for a while. Going on 10 to 12 years and really getting to know me and getting into Warhammer with me about 8 years ago. Well, he was already into Warhammer and I was already into Warhammer, but us starting to meet up and play games together 8+ years ago back in late 6th, early 7th edition. Ben is probably one of the two people I play the most regularly, and so he has a good understanding of how I am as a Warhammer player. And he got stumbled because he's played me a lot throughout the years, and he's played me playing a lot of different armies throughout the years, and he knows that I'm not typically somebody who throws away an army because I hate it, just more I'm not happy with it and I want to try something new, so I will get rid of an army to use the funds to, pay for a new army. It's typically actually something cyclical with me. I will sell an army I don't want to play anymore or don't have room for anymore, as is the case with my Heathen Knights of Slaanesh Age of Sigmar army. I just don't have room for it anymore. I'm going to sell that army and another army to make room for more armies that I want, that I want to try, that I want to play. So, getting into it, Warhammer, for those who don't know, is a tabletop war game. War game, think of it like chess if you played on a 6-foot by 4-foot table. Those who play 40k, I know it's 60 by 44 inches, but back in the day it was 6 foot by 4 foot. And Horus Heresy, which is my main squeeze, still is one of those things. The other guy saw me as Dark Knight, it's like, cool, I'm out. So you have your 4 foot by 6 foot table. That's what you play on. You have minis, you collect them, you build them, you paint them. If you go to Firestorm387 and Instagram.com, you can see lots of pictures of my personally painted minis. I should link that so people can go see it. But yeah, you can actually see my personal painted stuff for, that I've done over the years. Hold on, I'm just getting the link out. There you go. So you can go to my Instagram and you can actually look at those things. So, over the years I've done a lot of armies. My front page on that's actually my painting of Constantine Valdor, because my first fully painted army was a Warhammer 30k army for an event I went to, and my first fully painted army was Word Bearers for Horus Heresy, and then it was Custodes. So we'll get into descriptions about that later. But for Warhammer games, Warhammer 40k specifically, this is actually not as applicable to the Horus Heresy as it is for other games. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk and fight at the same time. This is a problem. This is a big problem. I'm gonna just drag. You guys can all come and sit here for a second. That'd be great. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I didn't even realize they all left me. So Warhammer 40k, great game. Has some problems with its costs. That's a different thing. Never buy directly from GW. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There is multitude of different play styles in the game itself. I'm going to go start with explaining that. There is like 21 to 23 armies, and over the course of the next 2 days of PvPing, I will go through them and explain my opinions on each of them. I have a list, and I'm going to cross off the list as I get through them. We're going to kind of start with more of the ones that I currently own, just because it's easier for me to give opinions on these ones. It's literally like... Pain, audible pain. You know, you get to these different states, different things. So there is 40. So there, for me, there's different ways you could describe it, but I'm gonna break down the army into some very key specifics that work for me, and that is how the size of your army, i.e., how many models on average are you putting on the table. I'm not going to give a general force, but you know, there's a difference between you playing Custodes and running something like 10 to 20 models maybe total, and running, say, orcs or Imperial Guard swarms, where you're running a horde of like 100 dudes backed up by different various cool looking things, whether they be tanks or whatever orky thing you just feel like rolling at the time. So breaking it down by size, you have hordes. Hordes are large numbers of models, i.e., and this is just the standard concept of them. There are ways you can run most armies with their elites over hordes. There's most ways you can run armies as hordes, even if they are an elite for the most part. An example of this being like knights can run the little baby knight over running so you know, there's different ways to play the game. There's a lot of freaking paladins. So, you know, you have your hordes, large numbers of models. You have your standard size. Not going to give a standard number, but basically, like, if you're running, like, 50-ish models for your average list style, that's what I would consider standard. Examples of horde armies would be Orcs and Imperial Guard / Astra Militarum if you're going to be pedantic. Examples of standard size armies that I would describe as standard, like they're not bigger or smaller than other factions.
would be like Eldar, Space Marines, ironically enough. Chaos Space Marines, Tau, things that can have like lots of low-level guys, but usually backed up by very low numbers of very strong models. Your average army size wouldn't be bigger than, like, say, 10. Weirdly enough, I don't know if I count sisters in this. And my reason for why I don't know if I count sisters in this is that sisters are standardly a are for their standard are a you know, or what they used to be last edition. They were, I would say, they were standard size with the ability to play as a horde or elite. Nowadays, though, because of how points cost decreases and things go on, they actually tend to follow more in a horde style, just because that they just need it. But that's personal preference, and it's its own thing. And then you have the elite. Elite is basically low number count, high quality models. Custodes, Knights, those are the ones that I typically would travel as elites. Next is durability. Durability there's 4 levels to it. You got flimsy, think of your average guardsman. If your toughness is a 3-up and your armor save is somewhere between a 4-up and a 5-up, you are flimsy. If you are standard, 4-up, 4-up, or your strength is somewhere either a 3 strength with a 3-up armor save or a 4 strength with a 4-up armor save, that would be somewhere I would put, like... missed. Damn, that was bad on me. So, Imperial Guard would be flimsy. They're just typically their armor is tough, but their general troop unit is weak. I would also put orcs typically in here as well, though they would actually involve in what I would put as the tough category, where they have high toughness but not necessarily high armor. There are ways to make these armies durable. That's not 100% the problem. That's just how you could oh, this is just death for me here. So yeah, standard, again, 3-up with a minimum 3-up with a 3-up-ish armor on average, or 3-up with a 4-up-ish armor on average. 3 being your toughness 3, which is supposedly the average, and armor saves being somewhere between 3-up and 4-up. I'm going to preface this: Mechanicum should fit in here, they don't. But Eldar Sisters, I would fit as this is what I would consider their standard. Oh, you are just all here. You just all in here. Okay, cool. These are just all yellow, and I can't even tell for some reason. Why do we have one that's so close and... because we're fighting all the way over here. There's 2... We're fighting over a weak one that we shouldn't be, and there are general ones over here. That's great. So there's tough and there's armored. Some factions can be both. Custodes are tough and armored. Death Guard are tough and armored. Armored is your average armor save is at minimum a 3+, with the exception of maybe a few exceptions. But you also do have just general toughness. Orcs I would consider tough, but flimsy. The Votann I would consider tough, but not necessarily armored. They do have decently armored stuff, but most of their armor saves are somewhere around 8. But somewhere around the like 4 up on average range. So they're standard armored, but they're not tough because they just have good toughness. So that's durability, that's category 2. Category 3 would be combat orientation. Yeah, we lost. We lost bad, too. Half the score of the other teams. Combat orientation basically goes, are you ranged or are you melee? Are you a mix of both or are you otherwise? So I'm going to go through, there's 5 levels. I'm going to go through all of them. So, range specialization. Range specialization is, we're going to swap to something that I can play and not think about. We'll go Machinist. I just have to stay around the edges and just not fuck up. Range specialization means you are focused all on range. You might have a few melee units, but quite strictly your strength is all in your ranged. This would be Tau. 100% Tau. To a lesser extent, this would be Guard. Guard have a few decent walls with their Ogryn. And their charging horses, but your strength is your tanks and the fact that you are rolling 130 dice when you shoot a squad of lasguns at people. You know, these are range specializations. They might have a few range melee units in there because they've gotten a little bit better, but it's not thing. Next is range leaning. I was tempted to put Space Marines in here because that's just how I think of them. And I think I'm going to actually put it in. I feel like Space Marines have more... They're range. This is what I mean by ranged leaning. They have really... on average, you're looking at their shooting. When you're building a list around them, it has to have decent shooting. While you can specialize in melee, and there's good things in melee, like Blood Angel Space Marines, or Dark Angel Space Marines, or Space Wolf Space Marines, or Black Templar. Your Ultramarine Salamanders... Raven Guard style of, vanilla Space Marines are generally more ranged focused that have melee capabilities. Your Sisters of Battle have a lot of ranged units, but good melee factions. Eldar has a lot of good shooting, really disgustingly good shooting, but they also have a lot of decent melee units that they can use to chalk up the board, but they're not quite combined arms. Combined arms is the middle ground between melee and ranged. You have good melee that you can specialize in, you have good range that you can specialize in, and you can bring both that tends to be more where you're pushed towards. Chaos Space Marines kind of fit this. They have good ranged, but are kind of pushed towards melee, but they don't have as much like melee specialty power as some of our more melee leaning oriented. Another one would be what's another good one? Tyranids. Tyranids have a lot of no, Tyranids actually aren't a good one. They got an update with most of the melee stuff. Shoot. Find arm being melee ranged. Actually, honestly, Sisters would be more combined arms. You have basically the faction is equal parts ranged and melee. Knights actually are a good example. Their melee and their range are about the same. Next, we're going to go with melee leaning. These are armies that are strictly their melee is what you're building into, and then you are going from there to update their from there you might add some ranged units. Good example, Custodes. You have a lot of really good melee units but you also bring some ranged power to your list. You bring a lot of, you have a lot of, good tanks, good dreadnoughts that can do a lot of power, but you're also like, hey, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna hit you 25 times with a weapon that's just gonna destroy you. That's like what I mean by like melee leaning. Grey Knights are kind of a decent example of it. They have ranged capabilities, and their ranged will be difference makers to support their melee. But their melee is ridiculously good. All right, I'll just stay over here, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of the difference maker between combined arms and melee. Your focus is just melee, but you have ranged stuff as support. And then lastly, on combat orientation, is melee specializations. You're here to go punch somebody in the face. That's it. You might have guns, but you forgot you were actually carrying them. A good example of this is World Eaters. Very specifically, World Eaters are very melee oriented. They have lots of good things that they have some guns. They have the Forge Fiend that can shoot, but you're not bringing that because you're here to just let your inner Johnny loose and punch someone in the face. That's it. That's your army. That's your faction. So yeah, those are my breakdowns of all the combat orientations. Now, if this had been pre-10th, if this has been gotta go back over there. If this had been pre-10th edition, we would be having a different discussion because I would also be adding psychic. Can you handle? Do you have no psychic? Do you have some psychic, or are you fully psychic? But that doesn't matter anymore. It's not a thing, and that kind of sucks, and it's sad. We should all be sad for me and my Grey Knights that are no longer going to be going to Nova because they got rid of all my psychic powers and pushed me back into being a Custos player. Cool! I like my ultimate ability. Samurai can just make your health go from full to 0. Shoot a dragoon. Nah, fam. So yeah, those are going to be the breakdowns and metrics that I do when I talk about armies, and I'll talk about. I guess another metric I'm going to do is speed. Are you fast? Are you slow? These are important for me because board control, in my opinion, is the most important ability one can have in a tabletop game. Being able to move from one side of the board to the other is an amazingly fantastic ability. So movement's my fourth additional thing, and it's basically fast, normal, slow. Can you move fast? Are you at normal movement ranges and penalties for movement? Or are you slow? An example is Necrons are typically, on average, a slow army. Fast army would be Dark Eldar, who sacrifice a lot of their durability for just straight speed. And then an average would be Space Marines. You move 6 inches. Guardsmen, 6 inches, that's your average. 6 inches is your average. All right, cool. I can remove a third of a squishy person's health. So yeah, that's some breakdown. of things. You got size, combat orientation, durability, speed. Those are the metrics we're going to be like describing. I'm not going to give any fancy sort of things like hey, whoa, or other better YouTubers / streamers. Those are just my metrics that I look at when I'm looking to play an army. And the only metric for me that is 100% negative is being slow. I can work around most slowness, but if you are an incredibly slow army, there is no way I will play you. And we're going to start this off with my worst army faction I will never play. This came up last weekend and this weekend, so I'm going to make it known what my bottom tier faction is. It's Death Guard. Now, that being said, I think Death Guard are cool. They are a faction that is slow moving. They are debilitating, debuffing army. They are fantastically well designed, and they have a cool Primarch whose model is fucking gorgeous as it is horrifying. They have neat tanks, cool artillery. You know, they aesthetically are a very pleasing army for what you're going for, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. But they're so fucking slow. Their base movement speed is 5 for their Plague Marines. Their Zombies and Terminators, which are some of the coolest models in the game, move 4. Morty, I think, moves 10. Their flying units move 10 to 8. Their tanks move like 8 to 10. Overall, not my cup of tea. Not my army. As far as like, they have a lot of things going for them. They are a elite to standard size depending on the strength of their army. I say elite to standard because most of the time you're not taking a lot of models, but if your faction is doing really poorly, GW's way of managing that is typically by lowering your point cost. However, if you lower it enough, you kind of leave the elite zone and push more into the standard territory. Like, I believe that I would describe DG right now as leaning more standard than leaning more leaning standard over actually being shit, where's this one? Oh, it's over there. Got him. So I would say DG are more standard with elite leanings. They should be an elite army, but because of their durability being removed this edition, they're not quite as durable. I would say that they are an elite, tough. They are a durable, tough army. That being on the durability, they are tough and armored. That being said, they used to have a lot of ways to reduce damage or make it harder to hit them, or ignore damage. Those are mostly gone, so they can't handle that as well as they used to. Combat orientation, they tend to be more combined arms or ranged leaning. Their Plague Marines can be either melee oriented or ranged oriented. Their zombies are all melee. Their 2 Terminators, one is ranged, one is melee. Their tanks are all ranged, but you do have, to balancing that, you do have Morty as well as a couple of demon vehicles that are actually melee oriented and can do damage. So I'd say they are actually in the combined arms category where, for the most part, they can go either or. You can be a ranged orientation or you can be melee, and let me tell you, Lord of Contagion, my mod, editor, and co-streamer on Dark Souls, tends to do both, and both are just as terrifying. So there tends to be combined arms, but has done a very melee-oriented list and has done a very ranged-oriented list, and both have beat the shit out of me. So yeah, you know, you have that for some factions. There's all of them over there. If I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna come over here and do it. Didn't kill him. My range is not infinite. Pretty fucking good, though. Awesome. So yeah, that's DG are very slow. They're very elites to standard. They are combined to arms, and they are, for the most part, on paper durable. They have some problems with the current edition and how easy it can be to kill some things, but that's a different problem. So yeah, overall, not terrible. Not great, not terrible. They're good. They're all running away while this flag is open. Okay. So we're gonna balance off the negative with the positive. So, are we just giving this up? We're just giving this up. Okay, cool. People are staying. This is also an A rank, and there's nobody here. Yeah. Next, we're gonna look at Sisters of Battle. This is the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Now, this is a good case of being an army doesn't have to be fast for me to love it. Now, Sisters have a big thing going for them, mainly. I died. Yay. Sisters are not necessarily fast, though they have ways to get around fast. They are not necessarily tough and durable. I would say their durability is standard. They have ways to be tough, but they are a 3 toughness army, which means they're never going to be into the tough and armored category, and most of their armor saves are somewhere around a 3+ with an invul save that's might as well not be there. It occasionally comes in as super helpful, but it is not typically helpful. But they are a decent range to melee leaning to combined arms faction. They are fun because they are challenging. That does not necessarily mean one needs to be good. I need to heal myself a bit. Ooh, I got a knockout. Nice. But yeah, so this is a battle. Average, pretty. One of my favorite army, both lore-wise, aesthetically, and size-wise. Now, size, they're a little problem. They're more of a horde-leaning faction. That being said, they've always had a playstyle that's in between horde and standard. Honestly, on average, the goal would be standard for them. But because points cost being what they can be, they can be more of a horde faction sometimes. But they're good. They fit the more average leaning on stats, being that they hit on 3s. But they are a little bit more weaker to the standard side, where they are toughness 3. They're toughness 3, which is low, but their armor is a 3+, which is good. They have pretty nasty melee units, and they kind of have a spectrum of just weird, wacky things going around. But one of the things I just love about Sisters units is just aesthetically they're cool. They're an all-female faction, which I'm just kind of. Don't know if you noticed, I play female characters. I like female. My avatar is a female avatar. Very rarely will you see me play a male character in D&D. I tend to find strong females enticing and interesting. So, Sisters of Battle are very cool for me. They're very interesting, and I like that. Also, they're kind of one of the most evil factions in Warhammer, but if you want to learn about that, go listen to Ricky talk about Sisters of Battle. He does a really good job of representing like why they are not good people. So yeah, that's Sisters. Let me run to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll come back with the rest of the factions that I own. So now that we have my A tier and my S tier and my F tier, I guess I'm tier listing this now. Let me just go to tier list maker, and then I can keep that in order. Tier list. Go. Warhammer. Oh, armies, this is gonna have... Okay, so we have... I don't like the pictures they chose for this, but we'll work with it. I guess this is Sisters. We've got Sisters, we've got EG. Oh. Yeah, that'll work. Let's... do up the next one. Alright. The Sisters are at the top. IG are at, Death Guard are at the bottom. So, we know I'll play a standard army that is generally moves at a moderate pace, but does have a couple fast things to make up for it. Has good leanings of that is more combined arms, but has more of a has to be at least standardly durable or have something to help push flimsy up into it. We know that elite, but slow is just not my jam. Absolutely not. So let's look at what the next thing on the list. I'll say next is going to go more armies that I own and don't plan on selling. Or armies that I'm currently of 10th edition I find fun. So we're moving down the next tier. We've got Adeptus Custodes, the army I'm taking to Nova Open. So me and Adeptus Custodes have a problem in that choose class, Astro, gotcha. Let me change when I get in there because I'm just doing front lines, so I don't have to worry about it, but I got you. So Custodes and I have a awkward relationship that is improving. And I'm going to say my awkward relationship is improving thanks to Horus Heresy, which is how I got into Custodes. I actually got into Custodes before they were a 40k faction, by the way. I am that much of a hipster Warhammer nerd. They were actually in a release box set for Horus Heresy first. They were in a box set called Burning of Prospero, which was the Thousand Suns versus Space Wolves book. Back when a bunch of my college friends lived together in a house that they were renting, I borrowed one of the books and discovered Custodes, and actually playtested them a few times against my friend Sean, also known as Karyudo, and it was glorious. I immediately fell in love with them. They were fast in Heresy, they were durable, and they had some very strong combat. They were more melee leaning, which is actually something I tend to prefer, but they had good shooting to back it up. So they had good fire support, but they were much more of a melee leaning faction. Unfortunate, and I fell in love with Custodes, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get them in. I have 10 Custodian Guard, and I'll play around with them, and maybe I'll collect a Heresy faction in the future with them. But until they really become a 40k faction, I don't plan on playing them. Then they became a 40k faction. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll start collecting them, but I'm mostly going to collect them for Heresy, and then maybe I'll get some of the 40k stuff, but, most of the stuff I'm going to get is Forge World from places, and that are not Forge World, and, use those models to play Heresy, but not play it in 40k in 8th edition. And then they made all the Forge world rules for 40k. And I was like, well, I guess I play them in 40k now too. And I played them in 40k and I loved them. And I loved them in 8th edition a lot, which is when they came out. And I enjoyed them in Heresy a lot. But that's when the problems start to crack. So elite armies actually tend to be more of my leaning because less models to paint, less models to move around. I don't get as much thought paralysis. Sisters are a weird exception where I got really good at their rules and I just know them well. Once I got well enough, I could, thought paralysis dropped a bit. But that was a lot of dedication to be good at them. Custodes I was naturally gifted at. They didn't require as much effort to understand what they did because it kind of did everything really good. But each unit kind of had a thing it specialized in. The thing is I am a casual competitive Warhammer player. I'm a casual player. I never really followed the meta, though I always kind of am aware of the meta, hence my competitive side. But even then, I'll tend to make lists of my own. My current Custodes list I'm building for Nova has meta units in it, but it's not necessarily a meta list because I'm bringing a lot of Forge World stuff I already have pre-painted because I don't have to paint more models. I basically only have to paint like 12 models, which is kind of nice. And that's only just because I'm running a lot of the Codex book stuff, which I never got around to painting because I mostly played it in Heresy. The problem I had with Custodes stemmed in a narrative campaign I did where I really wanted to play them because they were a fully painted army I had for this narrative campaign. It was an Imperium versus everybody else. And to say that Imperium steamrolled everybody that would be kind of a joke. I didn't lose a single game. The second version of the 8th edition Space Marine Codex just dropped along with all of the special Space Marine Snowflake all the not special Space Marine Codex factions getting their own mini codex, which just was disgustingly good. And then and we had basically two specialty Marines players. One was Iron Hands or Death Watch. The other one was Raven Guard, and then I was playing Custodes, and Custodes were just already good, and Forge World Custodes was really good, and I owned both. I need to switch to Astro. So yeah, that's just you know, something to consider is that in casual, custodes are going to stomp a lot of people because nobody's going to bring stuff that deals with high durability very well. 2+ 4-up invul save units are very incredibly hard to deal with, and back in the day you could get them to 3-up very easily. So I'd have like 5 or 6, you know, I'd be holding objective after objective with nobody being able to stop me, and my opponents just rolled over. You know, they were not used to having to deal with it, so they couldn't win. So, and then some of the rules for the missions were weird, which made it was fine, but it definitely, one of the missions in particular just favored me so much that the person playing me said he would never play Custodes willingly again. Oh yeah, no. Oh nice. That's actually really cool. We have no good ones to go for, so might as well just... Oh, shit. I want to do things, but I'm trying to... Well, shit. Why is that not there? There. But yeah, so, but Custodes, that was just kind of the start. Basically, I had a long running problem where, I would try to play Custodes against people, and I would just sort of win, but not by a little bit. I would win kind of handedly, with there being like no joke, no way to just come back. This came to a head in 2 places. One was the Nova Open, and one was a Crusade, which is another version of a narrative campaign, but more designed by GW. This narrative campaign, so at the Nova Open, I played in 3 Heresy events. All of the Heresy events had Loyalists versus Traitors, and as a Custodes player, I was forced to play on the Loyalists. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You are a Loyalist player. So, you know, that's fine. I have no problem with that. That's just... I keep putting the Aspect of Benefic on myself. Oh, that was annoying. Anyways, so... You know, you have... I played in a very casual version because it was I basically got all my Custodes done for Nova, and then I sort of just kind of went about my day. And I played in basically low point event, opening event, and the really strong like tournament level event. When it came to the easy low point game, I kind of dominated every round I was in. It was actually a huge problem because I kind of ruined several people's like new experience. One of them being Benz. He actually was so used to me, he almost actually beat me in the fight, even though he was playing Thousand Suns, and I had ways to just trigger the worst of effects for him. Shit happens, whatever, you know. It's no big deal. Next opponent I played, completely new to the game, and he killed 3 of my models, and I completely removed him from the table. Didn't feel great. And then third game was a little bit closer, but I managed to pull out a victory. Yay, go me. Next game I played. That was my first day of the event, and it kind of was a little sour because I was sort of dominating, and I like it to be. I like winning, but I like games to be close. I like them to be more interesting and to have, fun. Fun for me is fun for everyone. I want to have fun with my players at the table. I played Thousand Suns, and he was a troll. But that's just been. Oh, I want to go up the stairs. So yeah, that's, not great. My second day of the event, I was playing more Custodes. It was 3,000 points, and domination is the way I would describe this. It was just pure domination, nothing to be had. I just crushed my opponent. There was nothing he could do about it. I played a loyalist, so he wasn't prepared to fight me. So that kind of also put like a bit of a sour tone in my mouth. It was just like, oh, right, this is a thing. So yeah, I was not happy about that, but that's just. Missed. And he did. So yeah, leaning more into what happened with Custodes, it all came to a head during a Crusade event. Now, during this Crusade event, it wasn't Crusade like as you know it nowadays. It kind of was a very light version of it, and I didn't sign up as Sisters of Battle, but I was playing Sisters for the most part. I signed up as a okay, yeah, I don't mind running away. That point is basically done. I signed up as an Imperium player. This is because I owned Space Marines. At the time, I owned Space Marines, Custodes, and Sisters of Battle. And my plan was I was going to play all of my games. I was going to play all of my games with my sisters. I was going to play all of my games with my... but I was going to change it up and occasionally throw out my White Scars and my Custodes. So, having fun, enjoying myself. Hey, we lost badly. And this all culminated in a head. I played 4 games as Sisters of Battle, 1 game and 2 games as White Scars. And I had planned to show up to the tournament with Custodes. Now the thing is I don't have a fully painted Sisters of Battles army. I do have a fully painted Custodes army, so if I ended up in the tournament, I was going to bring Custodes, which is why I signed up as Imperium, because it's like, hey, my team got 69 points. Yay, we were the true victors. I wasn't going to win, but at least if I ended up in the tournament, I was going to try. The tournament was actually for a little bit of store credit, so it's like, hey, I want to try because I could get some store credit. Due to a weird series of circumstances, most of the people who were showing up to the tournament decided that it wasn't worth the money that was going to be there. Now, for me, it could be for $10. I'd still come out and go play. $10, $5, whatever. If I show up and I get last place and last place gets $5, hey, that was more money than I had, and I invested $5 to sign up for the event, whatever. And the guy I played at that tournament was a guy who I'd played before. And he was actually a guy I had commissioned to get a lot of my sisters built for me, as well as a lot of my Heathen Knights of Slaanesh that I was playing at the time, because I was going from that event into an Age of Sigmar narrative event where I was going to play my Heathen Knights of Slaanesh. Then the worst happened. I played him in one, and I didn't quite get my rules 100% right. I did get them very close to right, but not 100% accurate. I basically messed up a durability rule set that kept one of my Dreadnoughts alive longer than it should have. But this guy was so, like, I can be really petty when I'm losing. I play a lot of friends who can be really petty when they're losing. I don't necessarily, but if you lose, if you are so well known to be a sore loser that when you lose, you text me 4 hours later about it, telling me how I got my rules wrong because you're that fucking petty. Not only that, you showed up to this event with a list you tailored specifically to fight me because we were the only ones who were going to be... This guy ruined 2 armies for me, by the way. He showed up to the event with his Dark Angels. He showed up to the event with his Dark Angels that he was playing, which was the most meta-breaking army at the time. It was basically top meta, like had a 68% win rate or some shit. It was an unhealthily powerful army. But it had one very strong weakness, which was Custodes, and a few other factions that were balancing it. I think Thousand Sons were a balancing factor to it as well. But Dark Angels... He showed up with Dark Angels designed specifically to ignore Melta weapons, which was what I had played a lot in the event, because that's just what I had as a Crusade force. Or that's what I had as my narrative, like, league force. I guess it's not really, it wasn't really a Crusade, it was a narrative league. We started at 5, we had 2 500-point games, 2 1,000-point games, and 2 2,000-point games you had to do. And then you could play as many games as you wanted, but you could only count the first one of each type that you did. Or first 2 of each type that you did. So I got all 6 of them. I was one of the few people who got all 6 of them. And so I was allowed in the event, even though I had lost 5 of 6 of those games. So he showed up because he had seen me show up multiple times with sisters, so he's like, he's the only person I'm playing. I'm going to build a list entirely to counter his sister's list because I'm that kind of whack player. Now, note it, all of his rules were fine, and his list wouldn't have been too far off from a tournament list, except for an expect more into the Deathwing, which was bullshit. And then when I showed up with Custodes, he also had a fully painted army that he was expecting to get an extra 10 points on. He basically was like, there's no way he can beat me, it's in the bag. He shows up with sisters, he loses. I showed up with Custodes. He's like, wait, why are you playing Custodes? And I'm like, because I signed up for the league as Imperium, not as sisters. I've just mostly played sisters, but I also played White Scars, and I played 1 game as Custodes. And then I proceeded to have a really hard, and what I was feeling was fun, except for he was bitching the whole time, fight. Like, I like good dragged out fights, and he's a very well savvy and clever opponent. But he just wouldn't stop bitching. And it got to me towards the end, and I'm like, whatever, man. And he's like, no. If you had showed up with sisters like you should have, I would have won. And it's like, so you're gonna tell me that you list hammered against me. You showed up to this event, list hammering a specific Dark Angels list because you knew I was the only one who was gonna be here, just so you could win. You walked away with $40 still in store credit. I walked away with 80. And he was just so petty, so pissy, so whiny. And he just bitch about... Yeah, no, he was super metagaming. And he just bitch about to me about how it's like, you shouldn't have been able to do this. And it's like, look at my sign up. And he did, and it said Imperium because I signed up as Imperium. And I'm like, I didn't build a list account. I claimed he was list hammering to beat my sister's list. He claimed I was list hammering by showing up with Custodes. And I'm like, no. If you notice, my faction is fully painted. In fact, I was going to bring one model that wasn't painted. He complained. He's like, oh, if you put that on the table, I'm going to count that as unpainted. And the fun part was, it wasn't a whole model. It was just, I was running my Telemon with 1 unpainted arm. It was magnetized. It just had 1 unpainted arm. because I was using a different loadout. He says, if you run that, I'm not giving you full credit for points. I'm like, okay, and I swapped the hand out. It cost me less points to bring this new list. And this led to my decline with Custodes. They actually were an army I loved, and then now hated because every time I played them, somebody had a bad time. Sometimes it was me, most of the times it was my opponent, but somebody somewhere was not going to have fun playing them, and so I just kind of fell off with Custodes. The recent change in why that they are A tier for me is that they've always been A to S tier for me. It's just that Custodes aren't an army I can main because they're too good. A lot of my friends are casuals, and when I play with them, I want to have fun. I don't want to listen to them bitch and moan and groan and complain. And a lot of them do that, and that's just how competitive gaming can work, even when you're casually 1v1ing someone. It just sort of be what it be. Hey, step. Do we have... No, we're adders. Okay. For a second, I thought we had all the objectives. I at least can see why we don't have any objectives. There's nothing that spawned on our side of the field. Why are we going this far? This is like the worst one we're going for. Let's go. This is dumb. This is dumb. You can sit there and spin. Alright, all my friends are gone. I'm out. But yeah, so Custodes just have this weird place where they were just too negative. And then I finally decided I was going to sell the army. But they were never going to be lower than A tier for me because they're still really good and I still really love them. I just didn't think I would have any appreciation for them, and I could sell them off and make some, you know, decent money off of them and use them to help support my other armies that I'm not letting get into those negative shapes. Then I played some Horus Heresy, and I remembered why I started playing them in the first place. And new Horus Heresy actually does... new Horus Heresy does the army a lot of good. I think that it's very in a healthy place. It's very strong, but it's not necessarily super durable. The average Custodes, I would say, is weaker than... your average Custode is weaker than a Terminator, but is so much better than them to be laughably good. And that's fine. Like, that's super good, and I like it. And back up. There's someone else shooting me. Damn. So yeah, I played a game of Horus Heresy and basically renewed my love for the thing. My Custodes army now is more a Horus Heresy army that I can happen to play in 40k. That said, even with the new codex being kinda shit, I actually do still really enjoy playing Custodes. And Custodes kind of still fit in the feel of what I enjoy about playing Warhammer 40k, which is good, decently moving elite armies that can really have parts of them that can be very fast and strike hard. So, overall, Custodes, A-tier army. Next, I'm going to go to Imperial Guard. And Imperial Guard are in the weird fucking place. For a while, Imperial Guard sat in the same location as, like, I would say, Imperial Guard sat in the same place as, System, or sorry. Or just don't, that's fine. I didn't want to just kill you anyways. That's some bullshit. You can sit there for a second. Spin, please. Imperial Guard sit. I'm starting with my army as I own. I started with the army I would never play, my favorite army of all time, and now I'm on armies I play. Imperial Guard sit in a fun position of being a army that I love, but not necessarily. But it didn't start out that way. I actually got really into them at the end of 9th because I don't know why, I really got into the idea of just the general dude who is just here, who is in this universe of bullshit with nothing but a las gun. And then I got into the even more depressed emo boys of, here is the, Death Corps of Krieg, which are just misery incarnate. Really showed me that I have a good love for Miseryborn and just generally terrible life decisions. And that's kind of what led me to being a Guard player. I just really like Guard. I think they're cool. They have some fun, interesting tropes to them. They're not necessarily terrible. They're not necessarily the best, but there's a special place in my heart for them. They kind of exist in a B tier. Being specific, they are a horde faction that's flimsy and are ranged specialists. Being ranged specialists means my decisions are a little easier in terms of ADD and decision paralysis that I can have difficulties with, but they're not necessarily I need to play them more. That said, 10th edition, they are my favorite army to play, even more than Sisters. Sisters I love to play just in general. I really, after losing my passion for them from somebody who metagamed me and tried to basically list build to counter me, I have come full circle in being in love with Sisters again. They are probably my second favorite faction in Warhammer 40k to just play and enjoy for the fun of that faction. But in terms of 10th edition, I don't know why, but Guards sit in this weird place of being an army that I love to play, love list building, got very depressed about because they haven't gotten a codex talked about yet, and they were treated like shit last edition. An army I fell in love with towards the end of the last edition and was enjoying playing. But I still am learning. I'm going to put them in the B tier, even though 10th edition, they are my favorite army to play. They're going to go in B tier for right now. I'm super excited to learn more about this army. Collect it, build it, paint it. I have basically a British red coat paint scheme for my Death Corps of Krieg. Those are the ones that I got, don't at me. I didn't spend tremendous amounts of money on the Forge World models, but I do have Forge World models. I just have a guy who can get them to me for 15% of the cost of actual Forge World models. Yeah. And yeah, Guard are hella good. Like, after I get my Guard currently built with the tanks that I have, and the tanks and artillery build that I'm going for, I have one that's oops all tanks that I'm looking forward to when the codex drops, being able to enjoy more. And then I have one that is just something insane, like 80 guardsmen plus auxiliary stuff plus Horses, you know, it's basically everyone. I missed. He ran. Coward. He's running right towards spawn, but that's fine. That's all on him. I can leave in a second. But yeah, Guard are just very fun. I love them. They have... There's a lot of lore to them. My big complaint is that it seems like they get smaller and smaller each edition, or more and more focused on Cadians each edition, and I'm not the biggest fan of Cadia. They are mid to me. Shit, I'm down. They saw me, and I was gonna try to kill the Scholar, but they're like, no, we're gonna kill you. Cadia is fine. It's just Death Core of Krieg, Catachan, choose a PvP class, Paladin, gotcha. Death Core of Krieg are more interesting to me than Cadians. Catachan are cool. I like the Rambo style, I like the Rambo aesthetic. It's just neat overall faction. I am going to go push forward. I'm going to actually get experience on Paladin. My team is retreating like fools. We're getting pinched though, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Where's my shield charge? Intervene. Did it intervene? Okay. Wow, there's a huge Zerg going that way. Well, we're gonna get our... Hey! I confiteered. Please make me immortal. Please make me immortal. Woo! Yeah! I somehow did that. We're gonna... Well, guess I'm going over here now. And he's dead. So yeah, Imperial Guard, B tier. They're moving up in the world though. They definitely went from probably what would have been a faction an edition ago that I said I would never play to a faction that is one of my all-time favorites. Lastly, on factions that I own, not collecting, own, is Grey Knights. Grey Knights are an elite, tough, durable army that is a melee-leaning faction that is fast. They embody everything that should be S tier to me. And they are... I will give them B tier. I will give them a solid B tier. And here's why. Here's why they don't earn the solid S tier that they deserve for me. I got into Grey Knights during the Suffering. The Suffering being when my Custodes were at the lowest point where every time I played them, I just had a tragedy. And my sisters had just been treated as garbage as a, oh, you show up, you lose faction. This was truly terrible for me, terrible times, and I didn't have a faction to play. I only had those two armies at the time. I ended up, after a preview, picking up Grey Knights. And the reason I ended up picking up Grey Knights was because they previewed their new psychic powers, and they were cool. They were dope. They were awesome. All of these abilities that are now on every single card used to be a psychic power that nobody ever had that before. And then Imperial Guard had it as a psychic power. Or, not Imperial Guard. Grey Knights had it as a psychic power where they could control the outcome. You know, you had to roll for it, but it's like, this is a psychic power. I have to earn the right to use these abilities, but this is a cool ability. I don't have a mount. 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 I didn't need to do it like that, but I did. There's a 5-star over there, but it doesn't matter. We need to just, if we just hold the 4-star, we're fine. Somehow still alive. No, I'm not. Still, that bought some time. We need to stop fighting over there. We just need to cap a point. Grey Knights had cool psychic powers and they meant something. You had Smite, you had different abilities. These were all cool and interesting, and they're fucking gone. Not even joking, they're just gone. Sure, my game tells me that my abilities say I have cool psychic powers, but what the fuck does it matter? I can't use my... That's fine. How did we lose? Oh, right, we just started dying and not controlling objectives. That was just basically it. Sad. But yeah, so... I am a salty bitch. But Grey Knights lost their cool psychic powers because Psychic Phase was gone. But rather than still having, like, Smite as an ability or different psychic things to make the army feel cool, we kind of just got shafted. And that was a problem for me. It was really hard for me to cope. Now, Grey Knights are on my chopping block for armies to remove, but they actually take up probably the smallest amount of space in all of my entire factions in 4 plus 1 more that I need to get, like, levels of foam. And some of the coolest hit bashing I've ever done have come out of Grey Knights. I learned all of my airbrushing on my Grey Knights. They have been generally an affectionate army I have. So I'm not sure I'm going to get rid of them quite yet. There might still be time for me to change my mind and keep them. They might just end up as an army that I have shelves, but that I pull out on occasion or for narratives to just have fun with. They are generally... I have a special place in my heart for them, but they're suffering. They're not the same as they used to be. And now the psychic keyword is more of a detriment than a help. It's not like I get a special extra power that I have to roll psychic power stuff on. I'm just Mr. Dude. Mr. Psychic Power Dude. And it's just kind of tragic for me. It's like I love Grey Knights, but they're not okay. And the things that I fell in love with Grey Knights for are not something that I enjoy. So as of the moment right now, I don't think selling my Grey Knights would be good, though maybe they are doing good in the meta, so maybe it might be worth it. I don't know. We'll see where I am mid-summertime when I need a little bit more money to get through the summer months. They are on the, if I need money for another army or to afford something, they are on the chopping block for that. But as of right now, they are in a wait to see what the Codex does. Maybe they'll change it around and give me back some cool things. And if they give me back some cool things, they will probably surpass Custodes in my interest book again. And Custodes will become a Horus Heresy army that I just happen to play in 40k. That's good. Actually, I'm not sitting quite pretty. I have time for one more frontline, I think. We'll go Ninja. We'll do more melee. Actually, I don't like meleeing on Ninja. We'll do Gunbreaker. Alright. So yeah, Grey Knights, love you, want to love you more. I can't push you any lower than B because you do fit everything in my aesthetic as a functionally amazing army. But if I could, I would push you down to C. You won't let me pick your class, you coward? It's just you already picked a class. Go ahead, just tell me what class to play. I'll swap after I get into the thing. So yeah, that's Grey Knights are in B. Next, factions that I'm planning to collect. For this, we have two armies. We have Iron Warriors, Chaos Space Marines specifically, and we have Leagues of Votann. Leagues of Votann are the new kids on the block. They are a standard size army right now. They used to be elite, but that was just problems with their list. I think they were always planned to be a standard size. They are combined arms leaning, but that's more just they're more ranged leaning with the idea that they should be combined arms, and I think that's just a lack of units on their part. I could be pushed to argue they're combined arms, but it depends on what they get. For durability, they are a standard level with a high toughness. They are not particularly strong faction. Ninja, gotcha. You can do ninja. Oh, my redeem is out of charges. I'll update that so it doesn't have a charge limit next time, since I'm doing PvP more often. I think Votann are cool. I like dwarves. I've become a really big dwarf guy. I think it's part of my anti-elf alignment, though I need to get over that. I actually like elves a lot more than I used to back in the day. But yeah, Votann are really cool. They have this nice blend of being their own thing while also being a very dwarfy thing, and I think that makes them more interesting than the squats they used to be, where they were basically a combination of the dwarves and chaos dwarves. Actually, Votann have a pretty good reputation, pretty good, like, rep with the Eldar and a very bad rep with the Dark Eldar, but they're actually one of those factions that knows the difference. I also like that they started out as clones of humans that eventually became kind of their own race after years. It's just a interesting thing. No, this is not. Yeah. So yeah, overall, cool faction. Like them, think they're interesting. Plan to collect them, but I'm going to do something different with them than I do everything else, with the exception of start collecting boxes. I just plan to collect them one box at a time, where I collect a box, I build it, and I paint them, and then I get a box, build them, and paint them. I have too many armies, so I want to go slow and steady. Eventually, they might become an army like Sisters, where I love them and I play them, but right now they're just a standard army. I think they're cool. I played them a few times in 10th edition. I didn't like them at the beginning of 10th, but once they updated their rules, they became more interesting, a little bit more functional. I think they need a better army rule, and I think their army rule needs to be. I think they need more interesting. I think their detachment rule needs to become more of their army rule, and their or they need to change the detachment so it's lethals when you have a judgment token, and lethals on 5+ if you have 2 judgment tokens, but that's it. And then make the other stuff, make different factions more interesting. I think that's personally what it is, and then give me back my weapon skill 3. Thanks. So yeah, Votann, cool. Currently C tier needs more stuff. Next, we've got. This should not have been a 100%. This should not have been a 100% to nothing. Next, we've got Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines I started to like mid to end last edition. Like, their codex dropped, I actually picked it up and I played them a few times. I got really big into Fabius Bio, read his books, really just came up with a really cool idea for Chaos Space Marine Fabius Bio army, where basically what I did was I painted each squad as a different faction of Chaos Space Marines. one squad of Chaos Space Marines as Alpha Legion, one squad of Chaos Space Marines as Iron Warriors. Maybe have like a squad of Raptors be Night Lords. You know, do this whole thing where it actually fits into the lore of these are all people who owe Bile favors. And I still might end up doing a 40k version like that, but as of right now, if I were to do a Chaos Space Marine army, I would do it more to the Alright, cool. I need to get out of here. Please give me an escape. Well, he lived. Chaos Space Marines are a standard to elite army that is combined arms to melee leaning. I'd say melee leaning because almost everything is designed around melee, but they actually have a lot of really good shooting, and their shooting is almost just as numerous as their melee. So, you know, could be either or, depends on your opinion. I tend to play more Iron Warriors, so they do tend to be more combined arms because I tend to run more guns. But that's like splitting hairs a little bit. I think they do lean more combined arms because they can go decently into shooting and decently into melee. As for durability, they are kind of standard to armored. Standard but with good armor. They are 4 toughness with a 3 of armor save on average, but there's a lot of stuff that has a 2 of armor save, which can make it really good, and there's a lot of access to invul saves that make them really good. Their current rule set, they are average speed, they have fast stuff, but most of their stuff is in the 6-inch range, which is my standard move, which is like standard movement. So I'm not going to say they're good, I'm not going to say they're bad, just going to say that they have I should have been a knockout. Okay. You ran the wrong way, buddy. I don't have anything good to use. Out. I'm gonna lose it. It's fine. So yeah, Chaos Space Marines. I think for 9th edition, they're for 10th edition they are A tier. As of 9th edition, I think they were definitely a solid B tier. I think they do have the potential to be much better, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing my initial idea for Fabius Bile, or if I'm going to do something more. Not my thing. Either way, Chaos Space Marines, you are a treat and kind of cool. Trying to find. I think this has got to be Chaos Space Marines. So I'm gonna put them in the B tier above Free Knights. So those are armies that I have played or interested in, and my worst of the bunch being Death Guard. So now we're gonna do armies that I have done in the past, starting with my first army ever. Space Wolves. Now I'm going to kind of combine Space Wolves and Space Marines as a whole. I'm dead. Everybody left and suddenly I'm dead. So I'm going to do Space Marines. I'm going to kind of do as one category, but I'm going to go over it. So Space Marines generally. Standard combined arms. Standard size, standard to elite size, combined arms, combat orientation, with ranged leanings. If anything, if I'm doing just the vanilla Marines, they are ranged leaning. If I'm including all of the special Snowflake Marines, they are combined arms. Durability is standard with good armor. and they are an average speed faction. They are not particularly fast, but they are not particularly slow either. Space Marines, vanilla, I never thought I would do back in the day. I do technically own a White Scars army, but it's definitely more Horus Heresy leaning, and I got rid of almost all of my Primaris Marines. I don't think Primaris Marines are bad, I just am not interested in playing them myself. And also, they really fucked up White Scars. I do own Space Marine Codex, but I always buy the Space Marine Codex. It's just kind of its thing. Space Marines I would rate as a solid C. They are a mid-tier army at best. And I'm going to put all the special snowflakes in there too. Sometimes the special snowflakes are really cool and allowed to be really neat. Other times they are bad. I don't really tend to trust the Please give me that one. Damn it. I think Primaris are fine. I don't have a problem with Primaris. My big thing, I probably would have actually ended up playing Space Marines this edition, probably Raven Guard, if basically when the Codex dropped, both of the people I played regularly, Lord of Contagion and Ben, my co-host on for Dark Souls, didn't also immediately go and play Space Marines. I was going to end up doing Dark Angels, but I just... all of my friends were playing all Space Marines, and Space Marine matchups, while very varied, are also very boring for me. So, Space Wolves back in the day, Dark Angels as I was tending to play, and White Scars, which I actually own, but probably won't play. Are all interesting armies in their own right. I don't think just because they are the standard does not mean that they are bad. It just means that they are the most popular, and they are popular for a reason. They are cool, interesting, they have very varied playstyles that you can play them, and there is a version of them for everyone. You don't have to worry about any of that. That said, they're just everybody I know plays them, and they're not for me. I own some, but they're not an army I play. I think they make a solid C tier, and I think there are times when they can be very interesting, but I also think those times are matched with all the times they can be very mundane, and there's a lot of times they can be very mundane. So, yep, that's my general list for Space Marines. They are what they are. Well, that sucks. So yeah, Space Marines C tier, they're all pretty good. I would say I think Dark Angels and Ultramarines get to be more interesting because they have Primarchs. I think Space Wolves will have Primarch this edition, and if they don't, I'll eat my hat. But that said, if they don't have one, that means Vulcan or Bakan came back, so I honestly probably would be a little bit happier that way. I doubt Sanguinius is going to come back, though they do say there's a chance that all the Primarchs can come back one day. I don't know, I'm not about to push that argument. I don't agree with it necessarily. So yeah, Space Marines C tier has chances to push into B or D tier depending on the day and the weather. Next army I owned would be the Eldar. Good question, I don't know. Technically his spirit still exists on the Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, no. I think like Ferrus Manus, his death was better for his sons than his return would be. Well, I just want to get a kill. Yeah. And he's dead. Damn, they give me another one back. That's fine. So yeah, not going over Primarchs, but yeah, that's one. Next is Eldar, and specifically Craft World Eldar with a little bit of Harlequins, because Harlequins are... Sorry! Yeah, I was gesticulating wildly and Chelsea came by and I accidentally hit her in the face, but she's looking okay. Wild guy like that. But yeah. Alright, so... I did. Hmm? There. How's that? It's because it's delayed on the view you're looking at. So yeah, I'm gonna do Craft World Eldar real quick, and then that way I can just come back to this tomorrow during the next PvP, but Craft World Eldar I picked up shortly after I started in 5th edition when I sold my Space Wolves / traded my Space Wolves for Craft World Eldar. Craft World Eldar for the longest time looked like garbage because they were old models, but their new models look really good, and I really wish I got new Warp Spiders before I got back to the game. Or before I ended up selling them to a friend. That said, Craft World Eldar is a faction that kind of exists like Custodes, but more annoying. I play Aspect Host Craft Worlds. I don't tend to like Guardians, and Wraiths are fine, but not really my thing. But Eldar for 4 or to 5 editions were like one of the most powerhouse factions in the game. And on top of 10th edition's just disgusting start with them, no. You don't get to have everybody else's rules but cooler and get away with it. That being said, Eldar lore is very interesting. I love the concept of Ynnari. In fact, I was doing something basically doing something similar to Ynnari before Ynnari were a thing. Back in 6th edition when you had alliances and you could bring different factions. I actually had a bit of Dark Eldar and some Craft Worlds that I ran together often. I also had some Harlequins when they came out because I ran them all as a group. Harlequins are very cool. I think they're interesting plot devices for lore because they can always show up and be interesting lore. Interesting characters in lore without necessarily being surprising that they're there. They're very good for pushing interesting plot, and they have the skills and charisma to be powerful in the plot without necessarily being overbearing. And I think that's the very good trick that Harlequins wide the line for. Like, people are like, oh, there's a whole thing where they kill Custodes. It's like, yeah, they are much faster than Custodes. I can see them being able to take Custodes, especially back in a time where they were not particularly great. Like, Custodes were very depressed because of their failures, and while they took guarding the throne seriously, they definitely weren't going out and training as hard as they do in the current edition. In the current years of lore, the post 40,000 part of Warhammer 40,000. So Custodes exist, or Harlequins rather, exist in a perfectly fine place for me. I'm not one of those people that are angry about what they can do. But that said, they are an army that I gave up, and they're an army I stopped playing several editions ago. I played them in 6th, 7th, and 8th. In 6th edition, they were fine. They were fun. In 7th edition was when I had my blast. It was probably my most competitive I ever got. I regularly showed up to tournaments and played them, and the only reason I didn't show up to more tournaments was because I didn't have a fully painted army, but I did have a mostly painted Eldar army, to be fair. I still love the Eldar. I think they have a special place in my heart. I didn't sell them because I hated them. I just sold them because I didn't play them. That's my house, and yes, I do live like that. I haven't figured out what to do with the top room. Well, actually, I have figured out what to do with the top room. I just haven't gotten the stuff for it. Don't at me. So yeah, that's Eldar, and that is Craftworld Eldar and Harlequins. They are cool. I love them. Their lore is interesting. Oh, my metrics. They are combined arms. They are almost equal part. Or they are actually ranged leaning. They're mostly ranged because they're so fragile in terms of having low toughness. Decent armor, but low toughness. But their guns are very good and specialized. But they have a lot of melee stuff that really brings it up. Shout out to the Warp Spider, my beloved, whose ability to teleport across the table was great. The big thing about Craft Worlds were they are incredibly fast. Some of the fastest units in the game. They had really strong movement capabilities and just were an overall interesting faction. I don't play them anymore, mostly just because I have other armies I'm more interested in, but they do earn a solid B on my list. So yeah, I ran through most of the factions. To be fair, I cheated on Space Marines by labeling them all as C tier, but again, this is my personal list, and most Space Marines are almost interchangeable now. You can run, as the Special Snowflake Space Marines, you basically get a chance to run all of the other faction stuff, plus some of your own cool special stuff, so I'm not gonna rate them any different when you can basically run all of them as is. You just can't, if you're not being a Special Snowflake, you just don't get to run the fancier ones. So leaving off with that, for factions that I have owned remaining, we have Dark Eldar, Demons, and Demons, Orcs, and Tyranids. Then I'm going to move on to factions I played this edition, which is going to include Tau and World Eaters. And then the other factions that I haven't played are Thousand Sons, Necrons, and Genestealer Cult. Most of the I'll let you know, most of the remaining factions are in C+ tier. I can do a thing real quick. I'll let me flip to this screen, and I'm gonna show. So this is what the tier list looks like so far. The Inquisition I is the Sisters of Battle. It's the only one I can see that would be Sisters of Battle. Then we have Custodes at A. I'll put Guard at B because I'm still learning them. Then we have which one was this one? Chaos Space Marines. I actually am going to put Chaos Space Marines in A. I think 10th edition wise, they're a very powerful army, and I'm interested in them because of that. But I think I also have more interest beyond that, which might get me collecting them. IG, Grey Knights, Eldar, Votann, Space Marines. Most in favor? Are we okay? Before I answer that question specifically, are we talking Space Marine legions or Space Marines that are special Space Marines that exist in 40k. I'll flip back to my other screen. Oh, and Death Guard's in F tier. I can do both. I just want to know what metric am I basing this off of. Okay, so legions. I'll do legions for traders, and then I will do anything that has a model for it plus legions for loyalists. So if it's a successor that has a model like Crimson Fists, Black Templar, or there's a Blood Angels one, Flesh Terrors. I'll count those 3 in addition to the loyalist ones. But for traders, I will just go over it. So, favorite trader legion currently, Iron Warriors. For much the same reason I like Death Korps of Krieg, they are, as much as they're bastard codes and bastards with bastard feeling, they are also Depresso Espresso Express. That's just what they are, and I wouldn't have them any other way. I have actually written some lore for some Iron Warriors, and I love it. I've also written lore for my Fabius Bile group, and I love that too, so we'll see which one I end up going with. But Iron Warriors, I'm actually post-Nova and maybe post-painting my Sisters of Battle, I'm planning on collecting, so they're my favorite. Least favorite Chaos chapter would be the ones that betrayed me, and that would be the Word Bearers. I used to be a Word Bearers fan for much the same reason that some people are. I hate Ultramarines, and I actually really liked Lorgar and Argyltal. The problem is Lorgar really fell off for me at the end of the Horus Heresy lore-wise, and without him counterbalancing Core Pharaon and Erebus, it all just kind of sank. It's a whole ship that sank, and I can't with the Word Bearers. I want to can, and I can't. So they are my least favorite. Which is funny because you think, as much as I do like Slaanesh, Emperor's Children would be down there because they're assholes with no interesting redeeming factions. Their fall is tragic, but they are kind of douchebags and deserve it. But no, they're second to the bottom. I can do a whole list of legions later if we want. That'll be a different day's discussion. And then loyalists. So Heresy era. Favorite Loyalist Legion, White Scars, no contest. Nothing is even close. Raven Guard are a distant second at best. I'm going to say it specifically Heresy era. Heresy era least favorite Legion would be Space Wolves. Heresy era Space Wolves are very hard to enjoy. Wolfsbane is a very interesting, good book that redeems them a bit. And depending on your perspective, Prospero Burns can make them interesting, but everything else with them in it is just awful. And model-wise, the 40Ks, the 40K Space Wolf models are aging poorly, and some of their newer models that came out came out half-cooked and half-baked. Wolfen models are goddamn awful. That being said, I did specify Heresy Space Wolves. I do think Heresy Space Wolves models are cool, and if I were to do a Space Wolves model modern day, because I released a Leman Russ 40k Primarch and he got good lore, I would actually probably use a lot of the Heresy era minis kit bashed with Primaris models to make really cool models. So that is that one. Crap. He did not come to the server quite yet. In my defense, Coaching has always been on the server. 40k is tricky because loyalist-wise, a lot of the ones that I hated have been redeemed. And so it's just kind of really hard. That said, I would probably say White Scars are still my favorite. I just like White Scars. I think Space Mongolians are cool. My big disappointment is just they don't have more to them. But if I had to, because they don't have any models officially anymore, if I had to pull them out of the running and go with models existing, I would probably go with, honestly, I actually probably would go with Space Wolves. 40k Space Wolves. I got into the series. I got into the start of 40k with two things. Horus Heresy, specifically the first 5 books of the Horus Heresy. Horus Rising. I don't remember the second one. False Gods, Galaxy in Flames, Flight of the Eisenstein, and Fulgrim. Those were amazing books that set me up to be tainted for a while. In fact, I almost did Slaanesh Armies back in the day because Fulgrim was just such a good book. It was amazing. And Tarvitz is still one of my favorite loyalists to ever exist. He is a tragic loyalist in First Children who died horribly on Istvan 3. But my second set of books was the Space Wolf Omnibus for Ragnar Blackmane by William King, and those books are phenomenal. And I very much love Space Wolves in 40k. They're very interesting. They do almost a 180. If I didn't like 40k Space Wolves, I actually probably wouldn't like Emperor's Gift as much, which is a Grey Knights book, because it definitely makes the Space Wolves a bit unorthodox. It definitely makes them a bit more overpowered, but they are still an overall interesting faction. So, yeah, that is my favorite. If I had, again, a favorite Legion, White Scars, and thing. Least favorite, actually, I'm not a big fan of Iron Hands. Iron Hands can suck a dick. They are assholes with no redeeming factors. They let Shadrach Medusan die. Both in Heresy and in 40k, Iron Warriors are my least favorite, actually. I take it back. Space Wolves get to be second, because I forgot about Shadrach Medusan and the tragedy of what the Iron Hands did. Fuck the Iron Hands. Oh my god. Sharon, why'd you get me worked up like this? I literally forgot about the Iron Hands, and then I remembered, and then I got mad. Oh my god, Iron Hands suck. If you're an Iron Hands player, I have respect for you for somehow liking these assholes. Meet me at my local gaming club, though, because I'm going to whip out my White Scars and we're going to have fights. We're going to have words, and you're going to have to explain to me how sacrificing Shadrach Medusan, the coolest Iron Hand that ever lived, even cooler than Varys Manus, was an okay thing to do. You'll never be able to explain it in a way that is acceptable. I don't... Alright, I should go join the chat and also drop my thing. 1 second. I'm good at this thing. Here I am.
Hello.
Ojin, quickly. Go to insert crystal here. Crystal
Yeah.
world here.
It's too late now. You're on.
Yeah.
Hi, Lucia.
You're on Sunny, right?
Say what?
You're on. You're on a character called Sunny, right?
Son of
Yep.
a gun.
Where
Okay.
am I?
I have to be careful because there's somebody else who I knew who was named Sunny back in the day. And I'm just like, I don't think you're the same person. But your name was very close.
Your house is still open, Bull?
My house?
No, not you.
Ojin, to the apartments, quickly.
I'm glad you got worked up, Lucia.
Fuck Iron Hands, man.
Where are you
Now
at?
now you can take out your stress on a vampire.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I will continue to reiterate. Erebus is my least favorite Space Marine. Iron Hands are my least favorite faction, even above like Word Bearers as a Chaos Space Marine faction. Erebus is and Erebus existence. Iron Hands suck and will continue to suck for what they did to Shadrach Medusan.
No, I don't blame you. Ferris Manus sucks. in
Oh,
general.
you bastard. He's actually going to the fucking in-room.
What are you doing?
Get back here.
Of course he is.
What are we doing? Why are we bothering
I'm
Kojin?
chasing Kojin to the ends of the universe.
Why?
What in the fuck?
Okay.
Kojin, do you need help?
No, cue us in. For the love of God, cue us in.
I gotta do the ready check first.
No, just do it.
She can
This
say
is-
no. Sharon, why'd you say no?
No, but I just want to see this keep going on.
Oh god.
Well,
Why?
I can't reach him now. He's in the in-room.
You'll find a way.
I sure will find a way to break the game, yeah.
Please
Wait,
no.
that's
You'll
what
actually
cracking
break
around
the
for.
server.
Not in the in-room. Hold on.
What's
Where are you?
Yeah, that's enough people.
Please, cue us in. Thank you. Okay. You ain't
30 points
spoiling.
fucking go.
You ain't spoiling shit.
Sherm is holding us hostage. I'd like to all of you to know.
I'm pretty
That's not
sure
me. I
Lynn
hit-
is
I hit
holding us
confirm.
hostage.
I hit confirm.
Like, cue us in. Please. You're gonna hit
Look,
accept.
as long as this is open, she can't change zones.
Neither can he.
Just
Can we just go in and then we can see the surprise
Please.
there?
I have 10 seconds before I gotta hit okay.
Okay.
This is so much funnier from my end because the audio interface I use has noise canceling. So if y'all try and talk over each other, whoever started talking first gets priority and everyone else gets muted.
Win.
Horrible. What have you
Oh,
done?
look,
Look at him.
it's this asshole.
Yo!
Why is he in a maid outfit?
Because it's a maid day.
Yeah,
Okay.
why do you think
Why
I'm in a
is
maid
it
outfit?
Why
I
is
don't
Lynn
have a
I
maid
actually
outfit.
own a maid outfit.
Matrix.
When is it Maid Day? And why didn't anybody tell me so I could join in IRL?
Oh, my portrait's gonna be broken.
Your
Yeah, it
brain is
is.
broken.
Lucia, what's
wow.
going on with your hair, bud?
I changed it. This is the hair. I didn't like the other hairstyle, so this is the one I'm gonna go with for Dawnbringers.
You didn't like the other hairstyle.
Dawnbringers?
Or whatever.
Dawnbringers.
Dawnbringers.
All right. In my defense, I've been talking about Warhammer for 2 hours. Give me a break.
Yo.
Dawnbringers.
Dawn Trail.
Dawnbringers.
Dawnbringers.
For those who don't know,
If Dawn Trail is half as good as Shadowbringers, I'll be happy.
Same.
For those who don't know, Dawnbringers was a campaign run in Warhammer Age of Sigmar that I participated in. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I played vampires though. I was not a good boy.
How dare you.
Why? I mean, you know what? No, never mind. It's Vampire Corsairs. It's fair.
No, they're actually the Count, like Dracula, Castlevania.
Oh, you
style.
played a traditional vampires, you bitch.
They don't
It's just
have
Vampire
Vampire Coast in Age of Sigmar, and
Oh,
I
you
don't
don't?
have the yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, it's in Total War, but it's actually not. Hasn't been a faction outside of White Dwarf in 6th edition fantasy like decades ago.
Wow. Total Warhammer is like my only frame of reference for fantasy.
Are we
so-
going?
Yeah, we're going. I'm just waiting on you guys. I'm fine.
What do you mean waiting on us? You have the power to do the ready check.
The tank is
Sonny,
over
you
here.
ran
Not...
with us previously, right? So you know your spots.
Yes.
Yeah, I forget who my partner was, but I'll figure it out.
It's Sherm.
Yeah.
Your turn.
It's
Let's roll.
Sherm and Lena, I think.
Yes, because Lena will rotate to Sunny.
Yeah.
Puppy enough.
This is Esperos.
He senses your anger.
Who does?
Your puppy.
Supports tethers? That was Iris. It's not me. Supports tethers.
Can you pull him a little forward?
I'm trying to. Oh, come on.
Supports everything, so DPS need to come stand on this diamond here. And supports when you grab your thing,
There
just
we
go
go.
stand on 3.
There's support
I
here.
will call it. Okay. So, turn. Sonny, you already had Rod.
Oh,
Oh,
Um,
fuck. It's fucked.
I wasn't paying
problem.
attention. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, this
Goodbye,
is
my
fucked.
friends. Thank you for
Oh.
everything.
Lucia.
I heard support
My bad.
stack, so I went and stacked.
Supports
Alright.
everything.
Everything is what I said.
Ah,
That's my bad. Just
There's a reason I said there's a support here with us.
yeah, I thought you were talking about Lynn hanging out in the wrong place. So I was like, oh,
You did.
So-
Lynn,
Not in
I
us.
think you, Lucia, you did hear support stack, but that was stacking on 3 after you grabbed Rod.
yep,
Yes.
that's my B.
And you
ah.
weren't even stacked with anybody.
I was stacked with the DPS actually.
Ugh.
I was
should
stacked
not
with
have
all
been.
of the DPS.
Gentle reminder. I will call who needs to grab Rot.
Okay. A gentle reminder, I'm a moron.
We already knew
Just a
that.
reminder, I am EP as always.
Okay.
I will call out who needs to grab a rock.
I'm
If you
just
do
gonna
not
try
need
to-
it, don't go to the group.
Apologies.
No worries.
I'm gonna try to just focus myself.
That's
No,
fine.
it's
You're
okay.
fine.
Do your best.
You're fine.
Oh no, focusing. It's not like we don't approve of that here.
It's illegal.
Sorry, what? Did you say something, Lynn? I wasn't paying attention.
No. No one important.
Of course.
Have fun dying. And besides, you wouldn't be able to hear me from down there anyway.
Damn.
Bottom.
Damn, bitch.
I'm gonna just stay over here and just stay quiet.
What's the next tank buster?
Not
Not
for
for
a
a
minute.
while.
There we go.
Ports,
That's-
tethers. Supports everything again. DPS stack up on my back diamond. Wait for no on the diamond. On the diamond.
I'm getting the positional. One moment.
That's okay. As long as you're where you need to be.
Someone's in
Okay, Sherm. Lucia.
I didn't get rot.
Honey, come here, please. Lucia, run!
I did.
Not fast
Guy's
enough.
dead.
I got him.
So
I'll take
yeah.
responsibility for my mistakes.
Why bongos of all people?
Because no one grabbed my rod.
I got your rod. I just got
Everyone
it's
had
sun.
their rod.
I got killed with cursed casting.
That's weird. I thought Lucia clipped you with his.
Was curse casting rot or the tether?
That's it. You fucked up the mechanic, now die.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Lucia clipped you.
Yeah, I think I might have. I was pretty close. Which is weird because I hit him at the back of the group, not everyone else. Eh. Sorry, bongos.
Phoenix.
It is water. Into probably. Yeah, okay, into fire. Just get knocked back towards 3.
I will be zooming forward.
That's not
I
how you
have-
get knocked back towards 3. Guys. Lightning! Clear lightning!
I guess
It's
the
gonna
room-
be spread. Go west towards D.
Oh, wait, this is gonna be poison.
Resolve
to it.
lightning. And then poison is unsafe. Run! Run, 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 run!
Oh crap!
Crap, it was knocked back. I'm an idiot.
I actually realized it was
that's-
knocked back, but I was in the poison.
White.
Wipe it,
No, we
please.
haven't called the wipe yet.
I just did. Wipe.
You just did, but Sun was calling it before.
There was no resers. It was fine to call that.
Okay.
I was asking. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh,
no,
it sounded like you were calling for it.
you,
No,
it was
I trying
acceptable.
to
You
add-
should have wiped.
Yeah.
Your question sounded like a statement.
Okay, that was partly my bad. Because I didn't realize it was knockback.
That's fine. Remember, for that one, it's whatever's glowing, whether it's the sword or the cape.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
It's an arm's length anyway.
Okay. We need to be faster on grabbing rots as well, by the way.
Yep.
All good, Lena.
You're not the only one.
We're all feeling.
By the way, that's just Lynn's normal laugh. She's actually kind of sad. She's laughing because she doesn't want to crack.
I'm laughing because Lena, that's such a mood for me in this fight.
Sonny, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I thought I saw a Pokeball on you for a second there.
Maybe. I didn't see anything, but that's possible with my internet.
Well, let's see where it goes. Oh, sorry, Lena.
I'm gonna try this.
You just fucking shake?
Yep. I'm gonna see what happens.
We're gonna live the mechanic as always.
Plus damage.
It didn't pop
It
shake.
is supports tethers. It supports everything.
This
All
theater
right.
continues his routine.
Could be what it be.
Okay, Sherm. Lucia,
Oh,
you did
come
not
on.
hit Ross.
There we go.
There we go. And we've done the mechanic correctly.
In my defense, I walked right through that group and it's just like, nah, fam.
Mom, those are
Better
the
to
ones
go
that
in
are
from
further
the
back.
back and run forward, I find.
Yeah.
That is the tank buster.
Think.
Right, he's hollow. No,
He
he's
didn't.
not. No, that's the next one.
Yeah, it's the next one.
It's
I think I
fine.
probably could hollow ground this one.
No, you better just save it for the next one.
It's better to open with the Sunnies, with the Warrior one.
Anyways, Phoenix. Okay, it is lightning and poison.
Thank you.
I'll move Lynn, I'm just waiting for the lightning.
Okay, go. Lena.
I got her. Fine.
Okay,
North.
we are going. Yeah, sorry, north, and it's sword knockback.
Second, too late.
Resing Lucia. Sunny, hold it.
See if I can get up in time.
I need a friend. I have a friend. That friend was not enough.
Oh, you got hit with both of them.
wait.
Wipe.
Yeah, I was the unfortunate choice.
All right.
Don't stand
Oh,
in-
we got hit by both, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it had been on Bagels or Sunny, you guys would have been fine.
My food has arrived, so bear with me a moment.
Yep, take your time.
All right.
Do a ready check when you're back.
Yeah. You got it.
I just spent 2 hours talking about Warhammer, and aside from the distractions of PvP, I got through most of the factions. I did cheat.
Well, you didn't talk about the controversial topic of Warhammer.
Female custodes, get over it. That's my
I think
response.
you did mention in a previous stream, I think.
I mentioned it in the previous stream. My concept. I think female custodes are neat. I think GW handled it poorly. I think the community
Yes.
that is a very minor part of the community is complaining very loudly, and I think they need to get the fuck over themselves. It's not that big a deal.
I mean, the fun part about female custodes is all the drawings of female Primarchs now.
You thought that came from female custodes? Let me tell you, they've been there a lot longer.
What are
Yeah,
you
but
guys
that's-
doing? There
Rule
always been female
63 is
custodes.
eternal.
There has
True.
always been female custodes. Yep, that's according to GW. There has always been female custodes. I don't have
I
several
don't
books that
like,
never
like
had a
hearing all the
female.
hearing all the behind the scenes drama and all that. I don't like that the initial decision for like only male custodians was just because of a product line. That's bullshit.
They literally could have just. None of my custodes can you see their head. And not only that,
Yeah.
with the armor, the way it's designed, you couldn't tell if they were male or female anyways. It's,
They identify as a threat.
yeah, it's a custodes. They identify as a threat. And their, pronouns are fuck around and find out. And it's always been that way.
No, their
Yeah.
pronouns are
Yeah.
for and the emperor.
I could also accept that one.
Alright, right, I'm supposed to do a ready check on the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was given very clear instructions, but apparently the instructions unclear, head empty.
I will
No, don't worry. That's me all the time. I'm Warrior.
I will say I do like the concept of Space Marine staying only male, mainly because you have the Sisters of Battle as the balance of only female, so it's not like there is much difference there. That's just
I
my
think if they
personal preference.
wanted to, they could introduce female Space Marines with the Primaris Marines.
Yeah. I think there's just they got
But yeah,
this
I
much
agree that
kickback
it will,
from
like, they need to like keep something special about the Sisters of Battle.
yeah.
What do you mean? That's just
Center.
Mantis Lords in T5. Kojin, help!
No.
That's
DPS
support.
tethers.
Finally a new set list.
I made a Holodite reference. Someone help me.
No.
I'm in the brain route with you. There's no help here.
Okay, DPS everything.
I'm gonna wait for him to cast before I move.
Fine by me. I will call who needs to go. So Lena, I know usually we go melee, but Bagels, quick, come grab it. Stack
Lena's-
on 3, please.
Oh, nope, never mind. Lena has tether. It's fine. Someone.
Whatever,
Thank you,
whatever.
Code. I'll move as soon as this goes off.
Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Yeah, I know usually we go melee first, but Lena was closer.
That's fair. I didn't say anything.
My positional
Death
things
approaches.
Better scatter.
Oh yeah, this isn't P11. I don't need to be so fast on the frickin' Vogue bag.
Yeah.
This isn't P11. We don't just get to walk away from the boss and laugh our asses off.
Oh my god.
I think I could during Pinex, actually.
Maybe.
Let's find out.
It's not like he's hitting you anyways, though.
Water
Water and water and water.
Yes, yes, I can.
and
Look
fire.
at him.
So get knocked towards D, please.
Lumis. Kojin got clipped.
I
as well.
took 2 of those somehow.
Lightning
Oh.
towards
West,
west.
D, Delta, Blade.
D Delta.
I don't want to be on poison. I don't want to be on poison.
Give it a second. Ugh.
Grab!
I'm gonna drag him back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait for the poison.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, fuck,
I got
here
this,
we
I got
go.
this, I got this, I got this, I got this.
Ah, you got this. You're fine.
No.
Ah!
Right out there.
I didn't see Sunny was behind me.
Water is
safe.
safe.
I
I'm
didn't.
doing normal.
I
Water
involved
will
that.
be water will be safe. Thank you, Kojin.
Passively move towards block spots, please, or augmenting block spots.
Boss is currently facing north.
That doesn't super matter right now.
Reminder to run to water after you pop your bubbles.
Kojin, can you go to your spot, please?
One of the melees will be broke for you.
Not while we're in the middle of this. No.
We got more than enough DPS.
We can LB as soon as this mechanic is
Wait
done.
for the tethers. Wait for the tethers.
Go.
Go.
Come on, Michelle. Why does this not fucking come towards me,
Long
bastard?
bubble, Kojin. Water
Water.
safe. Water safe.
Somebody take that
Someone
healing one,
take
please.
this. Water safe.
Sorry.
I die.
I would say melee
We just gotta
LB, but
live.
it's not gonna fucking happen.
We can push him, I
Maybe
believe.
missing a melee.
Oh, I do too. Look where we're
I will
at.
get him
Yep.
melee in a second.
Bye bye.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Bagels, you're up.
No worries.
Yeah. There we go.
Alright.
Look at that. We're good.
Finish them off.
Can I go back? I want to go back
No,
down.
not Falkley. Primal Rend.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, yo.
I rented right into his face and he died.
Upside is a strong word here.
It was
Look
right
at
after my
the,
meteor.
the
We
alive.
have to be PG. We unalived.
I'm sorry, who's PG?
No, actually, I am posting to YouTube. That technically should be a thing.
No. YouTube can suffer me.
Should
That's the
You wanted to
process.
say something else that
Remember to hit
started
it
with
first?
What, YouTube can suck me?
Suck my dick.
Hey, yo.
Death. Alright, let's try this again.
You alright there, Sonny?
Yeah, just finishing off with Primal Rend feels good.
It was like right after
my-
my Confeteor too, so I imagine it's like I cast Confeteor, you flip over my head just to smash him.
My fucking
Beautiful.
Hellblade picture just went by actually on my catalog rail.
Blinded by a
Oh,
giant
this-
sword and then an axe straight
Oh.
to the eyes.
This is
Oh,
the right one, right?
Ojin, I just saw your
Maybe.
music
Let me
post.
check.
Brilliant.
No, this is the right one. Flipping the numbers around.
I have a second one if you want that one as well. I use the other music choice for part 2 here.
Nice.
No, yeah, I have like all of them here.
That's the one I think, right?
Should be.
Water time.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Death it is then.
Why not both?
I mean, technically it can be both. I don't recommend it though.
I thought you said why not pull.
I
was
mean,
about
okay.
to pull. God damn it, Lynn.
Well, I was gonna ask if there was any questions, but I guess we're just YOLOing this.
Okay. Totally was ready for that.
Hey, he asks.
I was not ready.
No one.
Yeah,
was.
to say something, Sheriff.
Yet here we are.
This
You
is
know what?
why the
It's
bottoms
my fault
can't
for
talk.
giving Gremlin Lynn the idea.
Okay, Act 1.
It's none of your east. I don't know if we went over that or not.
I remember that much.
Okay, yeah.
Northwest or north-south? Wow, northwest is
Northwest.
not correct.
Death
Oh, I
approaches.
thought you said northeast.
North-south. Tanks in, party out. One dress.
Oh, I'm in rolling the double buster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, demigod doubles coming out. Okay, I know how to do this. I can do it. Okay, north-south safe. Remember, we're dropping troubles in the center. Unless you have the Dark Tether. Unless you have the Dark Tether! North-south safe.
No, no.
Also, suffice to say, you have the fire tether. Sorry.
Nope.
Wind.
Wind DPS
Alright.
go south first. Fire DPS go north. You guys split from there.
How did I live that?
Eh.
No clue. All right.
Where did my wind friend?
Are we doing the Hector strat for that?
No.
No.
What about
All right. Which one are
modified
we
Hector?
doing?
That's
It's
where-
a modified strap.
I think they
Alright,
said
we
it was lazy
didn't
JP.
June Bob one?
Not necessarily June Bomb. I think it's just JP in general, and then still slightly modified.
Yeah. We're doing Alicia's strat, if you really want to know.
I don't know which one that one is.
They do not have a video on it.
Okay, so I need to know what to do for
Okay. So,
fire because we didn't quite get it down last time I was here.
So if you are the fire support, because you are the tank, you will be going to either... sorry, it was...
Just one,
Yeah, 1 or
2.
1 or 2. With fire. And then when you're done with that, you just go to the other one that you didn't go to the first time.
Yeah.
All right, so
We go to 2 and then 1, or 1 and then 2. Is that correct?
Yeah.
and then just stay there.
Yeah, just stay there till the mechanic resolves.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe
What
it's
if
the
I
same
do it
for
dark?
dark too.
If you are dark, you're going kind of the same places. If you'll either go to B or A.
And
Is
then
Dark Tether soaking both towers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
wanna make sure
the
of that.
support will
Alright.
always soak both towers.
That seems way easier than the PES cheat sheet.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's the hardest part is just on the melees, and even then it's not super hard. It just takes a little time to get used to. It was why we adopted this strat initially way back when we were progging it, is because it was one of those, this was a complicated strat, but once we broke it down piece by piece, it was easy for all of us to figure it out.
All right,
Yeah, I'm sure I
and
still like that from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get wind as a support, can I?
Nope.
You cannot get wind as a support.
Okay, then I should
Not,
be able
not
to
even if
do
we're
it
short on
because,
bodies.
Yeah.
because dark is very dark. So even though I'm colorblind, I should be able to tell.
Colorblind. The blue one is the dark. I can guarantee it. The one
Yeah,
that
for
you
me
see.
that's just straight black.
Okay, well, the black one then.
Even if, so,
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, if you don't see me running out immediately, then you've got it. It's probably a good.
Sure, just
safe
call the
bet.
tether you have.
Yeah.
That'll be the easiest way.
Yeah,
Alright.
and then
Alright.
Sunny will know she just has the opposite one.
Yeah.
This is just my brain.
It's alright, Lena. And if you need a minute, Lena, like if you need to like
Yeah.
stretch or something.
Okay.
Fungus is not ready.
Fungus.
Okay.
So, because I just zoned out for a good minute.
Yep.
How does DPS rotate again?
Alright, if you're wind and it's north-south, you go to 3 and then 2. If you're fire and it's north-south, you go to 1 and then you go to, I believe,
you
Bongo
favor
spec-
whichever direction your light party is in.
yeah. So for fire, you would go to 1 and then D, specifically bongos, because
Okay.
the range has priority on their movements for this one. For after the
No,
last.
melee have priority on their movements.
No. So if it's you and Bagels, both of the fire tether, you
Then
go to
you would go to 2
you would go to 2.
bongos.
Okay.
If it's you and Kojin or you and Lena, you would go to 4. For east-west, you go to 2. And then if it's you and Bagels, you would go to 1. Bagels would go to
No.
3. Am I not right?
No.
Okay, then it's reversed. You would go-
Bongo's light party is not in the south.
Right.
Does someone
Bagels
have,
is in his light party though.
Does someone
Yes,
have, like,
I know, which means melee gets priority on the movement.
Oh, okay. So Bagels would go south, and you would go north. So you would go to 1, and
No,
Bagels-
I've just told you that's wrong.
you would go to 3. Bagels would go to 1, and if it's with
Yeah.
you and Lena or you and Kojin, you would go to 1, and they would go to 3.
And they would come south, yeah.
Okay.
Any questions?
And I have a brain for Christmas.
That's not a question I can answer. Real questions, please.
I'd ask if we can go over the Act 3, but let's just get through Act 2 first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ready check. If you have questions, hit no. Okay,
I'm gonna try
Okay.
this.
Oh,
once more with feeling. That is a feeling.
So this is my constant feeling.
hurt feeling.
I'm trying my
Hooked on a
best.
feeling.
I believe. You're in love.
What damage?
Damn
I
it.
need to hit a size 4 damage since I'm not fucking healing anything.
I need to use Ixticle for no reason. Wah.
Healer overhealing me. Please stop.
Fuck off.
For sure, we do not need shields there.
Literally,
Yeah, because monkey
leave
does
me
not like
alone.
The DPS loss.
East west.
You know what's the DPS loss? My dot falling off.
That's true. Mine too.
Yeah.
Feels
So
bad,
that was
man.
Wait a second, my dot fell off.
Move.
Oh,
Don't make me miss Coring Glade. Tanks in, party out. My happy.
That didn't go on Sherm.
Nice crown, Sonny.
Yeah, she's fine.
Say what?
I said nice
the boss is a
crown.
little bit south. She got
Yeah.
caught in the fire.
That's fine. As long as we're away from you, that doesn't matter.
None are safe from my torment. Okay, it is north-south again. Excuse me while I brain myself. I have the dark feather, so the Sherm.
Go north.
Not here!
I moved.
Oh crap! That's me. I should have been in the tower.
Hi, Bagels. I'm here with you. I got you.
I have one friend.
We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good! Except look at all those fucking damage downs!
It's fine.
It's okay, I'm now doing normal monk damage.
Hey, yo.
Hoggers.
X3.
I don't know
I
how
don't
to
know
do
how to do
this.
this one.
All right, Lena. You are going to be at either
Tower.
2 or D.
Yeah, go to the tower at 2. Well, don't stay close to the boss's hitbox. Line up towards the tower at 2.
I haven't a clue what to do.
Go back to the tower. Nope, Lena.
Other tower. It's
Knock
fine.
back and run.
Run, 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 run,
No,
run,
no.
run, 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 run,
I'm
run,
alive.
run, 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 run.
Got it.
Run any faster.
I did not get a tower.
Alright.
Where's
Our
There's
shoulders
still more
so
kicks.
high.
Get me,
Hi,
Lynn, get me.
hello.
Just wall
It's
it.
not gonna happen. Nah,
Bye,
he's gonna
Lynn.
kill me anyways.
All right. I'm gonna explain Act 3 to Lena, specifically
Yeah,
just
yeah.
her parts.
And me, because I've literally never seen it till now.
I'll cover your parts after.
Yeah. So,
All right.
Lena, your job is super simple. You're just taking towers there. So, first you'll set up in his hitbox towards your tower. He's going to jump away. And then once he jumps away, you immediately run to the tower at 2.
Or the tower at D.
Or the tower at D. It'll be on one side or the other, and Lynn will call out which side it's going to be. You take that tower, and then you turn, you run across to the other side while you're also popping your knockback prevention, and then you take the tower on the other side. And I believe that's all we have to do for Act 3.
Correct. You are running directly forward. So if you take the tower at 2, you're running directly forward to D. You're not making any diagonals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's super
Okay.
simple for ranged.
So, for Sunny. Yeah, don't forget knockback, you will
Yeah.
die.
Basically, when you get hit with the tower, hit your knockback and you'll be fine.
Hermes, no. So, Sunny, what you need to do is after Cathornos' kick comes out, like right after, you need to run past Sherm, run past the boss to the edge of the field to take an Earthshaker.
No.
Then you need to sprint across the field and do it again.
It's,
Or you
Okay.
can get close.
no, I thought we had Octave taking the kick.
Sherm took the kick this time though, so
Yeah, I did it just because I don't think Sonny knew how to do the thing. So
Okay, no,
I don't mind
Yeah,
doing
we'll
that
just
because
have
I can
Sherm
cast.
play different now.
So
no,
yeah.
that's fine. If that's the way we want to do it, just while Octave is not here, I'm perfectly okay with that. I just want to make sure that's what we're doing before.
Yes.
So,
Alright.
so the thing is too, I think on content, I shouldn't be taking the kick and a Earthshaker, but I was able to do both just now.
Let's try not to
Okay.
make it a habit. You have to run after he does the kick to the other side anyways to set up for the next jump.
Yeah. So if you hang out there too long, we're all gonna die.
All right, so I go to whatever side he jumps to, and then
You run past
Basically-
him to the very edge of the arena to take an Earthshaker.
Like you pointed
Oh.
the Earthshaker out.
Yeah.
so I'd be roughly right about here, give or take.
Yep.
Yeah, give or take, yeah. And then you either gap close or you sprint to the other side to do it exactly the same way on the other side.
I'll be trying to
Ah.
pop him down basically like right here, so like center of him is like right here, give or take. So like you can stand right there to bait the Earthshaker.
Earthshaker.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I
And,
didn't
and
get the.
don't forget your knockback too, especially since you'll be so close to the edge.
Yeah, I didn't get to see this the first time I did it, but I was with a group that explained it, and their strat was so much more complicated than that.
Yeah, no, we went
Wait.
with a very simple strat. We're
Yeah,
very
I
simple
think
people.
I think the intended strat is you're just supposed to split into light parties or something like that.
Mhm.
And, like,
so
bait it
much
both
worse
times.
Than what the yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
But this way is better not only for just like consistency's sake, but it's also better for DPS.
Yeah. Really enough
Yeah,
to
I know.
actually
All
get a
that,
lot
all
of
that
uptime.
terrible DPS we're doing, right?
Odin, you are not taking a tower.
I mean,
So you
if,
take a second Earthshaker.
yeah.
Yes.
If push comes to shove, some like a range dies or something, then yeah, you can take a tower. But in an ideal situation, no.
Well, he can, but he'll kill the ranged on the other side.
It'd be better if you just take the Earthshakers. Well, we
Take
can
the
take
Earthshaker.
one or two lightning towers and live. It'd just be a pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
But the damage
Yeah.
down.
Right now,
Odin, I don't know what
mechanics
strat you
before DPS.
Yeah, Kojin, I don't know what strat you did before. This one is better.
This is
Yes,
And
it
everyone
is.
should be doing it.
this is such a nice
My
strat.
first.
Oh, brilliant.
We did ranged on one side, melee on the other.
No. That's so bad for your DPS!
Yeah, we'll tell that to the shin guards.
I will tell it to the shin guards as many times as I need to with my pet!
Yeah. Knockbacks happen right after the tower drops, by the way. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Dojo, we're talking about Act 3.
Weird thing I noticed, but all of the opening AoEs are happening like 1 or 2 GCDs later than they do in like the later tiers.
Yep, of course they are. This is the first tier.
It gives them more time to weave minutes.
Yep. You're new to the game. We might be having lots of new raiders. We want to make this a little bit more fair.
You know, before we actually just like twist them in
Slaughter
half.
you, yes. East west.
East west, go! Sorry, that call was harsher than it needed to be.
It's fine. You thought
I
you were
didn't hear
talking
any
to other people.
harshness.
Go!
I don't think it was harsh enough, Lynn.
Don't. Stop.
Don't push me, buddy. You know what I can get like.
And baby.
Here it comes.
You know what I can get like. You were here when we were progging this.
You know what? I thought I was saying something inflammatory there, but honestly, I like New Lynn.
What?
I don't think she's new.
I'm the
We didn't-
same Lynn I was.
This isn't like the 2024 Lin model.
It's north-south, by the way.
What direction
Wow.
is wind rotating? It's to 4D.
No, you need to go east, sorry.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Lynn?
It was north-south. I'm an idiot.
Gotta go. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem.
What do you mean? Lucia, you still needed to soak that tower?
I did soak the tower.
Help?
Nope.
No.
No.
That did nothing.
Can we die, please? I see Sunny hit the wall and then dash back in. Just flinging her
perfected
corpse
that
at the
with
front.
my I perfected that with my Anabathio static.
My bad. I can make the calls, but that doesn't mean I know where I'm going.
Isn't that half the fun?
I vaguely
Wink, wink.
I vaguely did mine right.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
don't know what I was doing.
I think you were right there, Lena.
Lena, were you win? Or were you fire?
I
Fire.
think it was fire.
And you ended up where you were supposed to.
And then it was a long blue tether after that.
Yep. That's what happens. You went to the right place because you were tethered with bongos and bongos went to the right place, so you were good.
We were both ranged, so that really didn't matter which one went right or right.
As long as you
It
both went
does-
different ones.
Yeah, as long as you went in different directions, that's
Yeah,
good.
we
But it
did.
does matter where you go.
It just melee gets priority over the west side, right?
Melee gets priority if they're in the same light party. So
Yeah, that's
you
what I
and
meant.
Kojin. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright. Shall we try again?
Yep.
Hey. No.
I'm gonna grab my food after this pull.
We'll take a break after this.
Who the hell is making him zigzag?
You stop it.
You, dude.
Why is the bottom asking questions again?
Hey, that was 72k.
He's allowed to ask questions. We don't fucking discriminate against education here.
Report later.
Sherm is being really quiet over there.
No, he made a noise.
60 seconds till tank buster. 60 seconds till tank buster.
Is that coming at me or Lena?
That's a good question, and I don't want to figure out the answer.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
We're fucking around, Lynn.
Oh, I'm always fucking around. I live in Canada. We are fuck around and find out.
I'll be way the fuck
No,
away
you guys
from
are
them.
fuck around and find oot.
No, that's Newfoundland.
Is Newfoundland part of Canada?
Yes, but it's
Okay.
one specific part of Canada.
Is-
It is like literally as far away from me as any part of Canada can be.
Party in.
Yep.
Oh shit! I'm dead.
The one taking the tank buster was Lucia. Hey yo.
tactical potato cooldown.
Your health bar is
More like-
mitigation.
More like tactical memory loss.
Yep.
The choice must be made.
You missed.
Like,
choice
it
has
has to be
failed.
like tactical nuke incoming. East west.
Alright.
East west.
It's gonna be the hard one. 'cause I haven't done this. Fire though.
East west. Oh,
Thanks,
shit.
Efrat.
What
That
is
was just
everyone?
everything exploding all at once.
This is not where you should be, Sherm.
That was
Well, I
making
mean,
an
it doesn't
animation
matter
lock.
because there wasn't another fire to soak.
Technically I can start rezzing people, but I don't think we'll have everybody.
Lynn, I'm covering you.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I got it.
Awesome. Nice LB. We're back at it.
Yeah.
Alright, wipe.
Get back.
We would not have been able to res everyone in time.
Get into the spikes, Sherm.
Is the problem there.
Alright, break time.
Yes.
Remember, we're staying an instance.
Stay an instant. Remember to jump.
Alright.
Yep. Chelsea wants to say hi real quick before she goes to sleep.
I'm gonna hit the play dead button.
I'm going to go take a restroom break. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Hi.
Lynn, I like your mermaid.
Oh, thank you.
Lucia's been telling me I should have complimented it in your chat, but
That's okay.
I love it though.
Yeah, I took another one earlier in like a maid costume because it's maid day.
Heck yeah. I think we had ours already. We celebrated that like May 1st over here.
Maid day?
Yeah.
Did you dress up as a maid?
No. May Day. Like
No, I said maid.
Oh. No. Month of May. May Day.
Yeah.
Ah,
No.
Look at Kojin over there. So nice. Yeah, my hearing's not that great, so I didn't hear.
I surprised Layden. I was trying to be like, it's like, no one will see it until we get into Instas. Quick, put us in. I had to glam to it in secret.
Hey, enough. Go.
I'm all about it.
I was gonna do it at my house, but freaking that was the first place they checked.
But I could see that you were there. On my friends list.
Okay.
My God, I know how to hunt people down.
I gotta give the headphones back. But my birthday's coming up in a few weeks, so Lucia's gonna have fun with that.
Good shit.
Birth.
33. Birth.
God, is that the original? No, it's not the original. Sorry, I saw the I have a question for God video, but it's not the original.
Birth. 33. Birth.
Oh, I have a question. For
I'll be
God.
30. I'll be
Ancient?
33 in July.
Okay, I gotta give headphones back now, so... Okay, bye!
Bye. I don't want to turn 30 in July.
Did she say that Lucia smacked her day?
Sorry, whose birthday is in July and why am I crying in December?
Me. I'm July.
You don't know how to participate?
The worst part about the birthdays of my family is it goes June is my sister, July is me, and then August is my dad. We've got 3 summer birthdays and my mom's sitting there in January.
That's okay. Mine went February for me, March for my father, April for my mother, May for my brother, and then June for my stepfather. Literally.
My brother and my mother have the same birthday.
My family's all over the place. The only, like, people even adjacent to each other is my brother in January and my mother in February.
Are you giving a love heart to Hesperos right now, Kojin?
No, I did tune it to chat.
Okay.
He's trying to kill Hesperos with love. Moi, cute.
It doesn't seem to be working. Damage was ineffective. God damn it. Still coughing.
Hey, enough. Oh, I didn't know he had a
I'm
reaction.
enjoying the song right now, but I have to remember this was the only song we had for like the entire tier.
Correct.
We're
I'm
so
glad
done
that
with
now
it.
it's just a tier 2 song, or a phase 2 song, because we don't hear it in phase 1 too much.
Why I posted alternatives, because I eventually got bored of it.
Yeah.
Hot take!
That's.
Oh, I got bored of it so
Odd.
fast.
Are you talking mildly cool?
Cold take.
Little on the cold
take.
side? Would you like me to heat up your iced tea a little bit? That's how cold the take is? No, I had to specifically go with iced tea.
I'm currently drinking berry flavored water, thanks.
Oh, I totally forgot to get my drink for Raid. Hold on, I'll rectify this.
Oh, jeez. The way you said drink.
I'm doing my water.
Yes.
I
Yes,
can't has
Why are you drinking?
Why aren't you?
I am, but I have, like, actual hydration.
Okay, but like, why aren't you drinking though? I've drunk during
I don't
Raid
like
before.
I don't like alcohol. Hey, Fermi's go.
Heck, I think I remember a
I'm back.
specific
Welcome
night of E4
I
and I
still
was like
stand
drunk.
by that alcohol is just for cooking.
That's fine. I mean, as somebody who literally shouldn't drink much, if at all, I don't hold it against anybody else who doesn't like drinking or doesn't drink. I mean, Chelsea doesn't drink at all by choice.
I drink a little here and there, but nothing major.
Alright, Samuel Adams, the one of the founding fathers, the signer of the Fuck You England document.
Gotta have to be
It makes
specific.
good
There are
beer.
several of those. From several countries, in fact. Most of them
Yes.
also originating from English people.
Yep. I'm actually running low. I'm gonna make a BWRUN.
All right.
I get it.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, sort of hoping to find a video to watch, but it doesn't seem like there's anything. I'm saying.
What are you watching?
Hmm?
What are you watching?
I don't know. I don't have anything to watch.
Oh, there's this like small indie channel that I found a while back. What was their name? Lin Zylu, I think is their name.
Dude, I'm on break screen. No one can hear you.
I'm not. Everybody can hear you over here. All two of us. I'm very
Yeah,
slow.
everybody in Lucia's chat, go check out Lin's channel. It's a lot better than Lucia, am I right?
Can we not say that while he's live, please?
I'm gonna kill him.
Wow. Wow.
Inspiring some healthy competition.
I don't
Len and
wanna
I already
compete.
compete kind of enough. We stream enough on days and have a lot of platform overlay.
Yeah.
I hope you both know I'm just teasing.
Oh, we do.
Oh, we know.
Okay.
It's just as
I'm
a
not-
point of conversation, it's actually kind of true that we end up competing unintentionally against each other a lot.
That is true. Because we share a lot of Hey, enough!
Share a lot of dates and have a similar start and end time.
Mm-hmm. Did I not watch the Heart Gold with Team Sky video? I swear I did.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here enjoying streaming and playing games that whenever I can.
Oh, you're streaming right now, Sonny?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I recently became a VTuber.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
Yep. She had her
Congrats.
debut recently.
How did it... Ever since I discovered my flesh, I realized how weak I was.
I will
Jump! Make sure
Already-
you jump.
already angry enough about Iron Hands.
I said that specifically to piss you off. I hope you're happy.
I'm aware. I'm well aware that was designed specifically to tick me off, and it worked. 'Cause fuck the Iron Hands.
Y'all are making me want to get back into streaming, and I haven't done that in, no joke, like 10 years.
It's fun. I enjoy it. That's why I do it. And with my Pokemon campaign coming to an end, I'm probably going to take the summer and enjoy streaming. I don't know what I'm going to do. Basically, up until the Cozy Tato next one shot. I don't know what I'm going to do after that, but I'm at least going to take some time away from role playing to enjoy some other games. Play some-
Yeah.
play some-
And
Go ahead.
until last weekend, I hadn't streamed in 6.5 years myself. So I was nervous
Wow.
to restart.
The hardest
Yep.
part about restarting for me after taking this 5-year hiatus was I didn't restart with the same platform that I stopped on. So I have 145 followers, but my actual people who follow me who are interested in the channel these days is closer to half that.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I actually am dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube now that they finally allow that.
Same. I actually I
That
swapped.
was seriously the biggest move by Twitch recently.
It was also the funniest for me because I had just stopped streaming to Twitch. Like, I had just made the decision that I was going to go to YouTube because I needed... It was a couple reasons. One, I was just not happy with Twitch, and two, I wanted more storage space to store things I stream on because it was just getting harder and harder to maintain, like, personal drives of it. And then they came out and was like, oh, by the way, you can stream to YouTube and Switch at the same time now. And it's like, well, twist my arm, why don't you?
That was like what, like a month
Yeah.
after Lynn quit YouTube or quit
No,
Twitch.
It was
couple months.
it was 2 months after Lynn did and about a month after I did.
I should publicize my YouTube more than I do, and specifically attach it to a channel. I'm still kind of, YouTube's kind of one of those, like, I do it more as a holding party with my streams, and I'm working on videos for it. It's like, you can watch me live on YouTube or you can watch me live on Twitch, but I'm going to interact with the Twitch chat more than I'm going to interact with the YouTube one.
I just combine both of mine off stream, which I don't really like that you can't have both on stream, but I also understand why they did that. And technically, I think it's good, even if I don't like it. Because for those who don't know, the reason they do that is that Twitch cannot moderate non-Twitch platforms. So they stand the risk that somebody posts something somewhere else that doesn't get taken care of and ends up on Twitch that breaks their rules or something like that. So they just don't allow you to have non-Twitch chats on a Twitch stream because of that.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So I don't like it, but I agree it's a good reason.
I mean, maybe, but I'm combi streaming right now. Like, you can watch me right now on YouTube or on Twitch. I don't show up either chat, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's just, if you wish to have me interact with you, it would be better to watch me on Twitch because I have that chat open on a second screen.
You should probably have both open on a second screen, especially for moderation purposes.
I have moderator for that, but I also just I don't have enough screen space. Okay.
It's just a chat log.
Yeah. I mean, there's ways I can do it. I will note that I'm being actively lazy and not doing it.
Lucia, do I need to buy you an ultra-wide monitor?
I mean, if you're volunteering, I'm not going to say no. I can always use a new monitor.
I got one of those at work the other day. It's beautiful.
I thought I was gonna. I got one like 2 years ago at work. I thought I was gonna hate it, and then I got it, and I started using it for work. And I'm like, I don't think I would like this as a gaming platform. I would love it for streaming, but I would hate it as a gaming platform. Like, my main screen could not be it.
As a gaming platform, it feels like it'd be a pain in the ass, but like for an organization workspace,
it's
beautiful.
Amazing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, circling to what I had
better.
Oh, go ahead.
Even better, get one of those 32.9 monitors. Oh, they're expensive as hell, but they're so funny to look at.
I don't have space for one of those. Like, I'd have to redo my desk to have space for it. Like, my computer would have to move closer to the other edge, and I would have to set up the monitor where the computer currently is to make it work. But yeah, the big problem I have with low growth right now is my old platform used to be on game design. I was actually a game dev doing RPG Maker streams. And I haven't done that in a while because I'm not going to say I lost the passion. It's just I already do coding all week. And then to come home and do more coding is just tiresome.
Yeah.
No words, just pull.
Yep.
Lucia, if you ever want to talk game design things, that's part of what I teach is one of our electives up at the office. So I can easily have like game theory talks and stuff.
Oh sure.
That's just a theory.
Theory.
Oh, now I'm sad.
I know.
Oh, but he's fine.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not fine, and I'm not happy for him. I just said I'm sad.
Sorry,
No,
South
he's
folks.
bad.
We're feeling nostalgic.
It's almost time for me to fucking set up my AC, damn. East-west?
He's a bit north. Keep that in mind.
That doesn't matter for this.
Rat fuck.
That's not gonna matter for the mechanics.
It's gonna matter for uptime.
Well, fuck your uptime, frankly.
Lynn, what have I done to you?
I like you went to look at Lynn.
It's not about what you've done to me, it's about what matters for getting through the fight.
It's about this fight specifically.
No,
About
it's
any
about-
fight, really.
No, it's about family.
about to drive. It's about.
Fuck out of here, Dom Toretto.
I love Vin Diesel, but like, come on.
That was.
I'm gonna be honest. I love that series, but that's because it's live action anime.
North south,
Basically.
north south, north south, north south.
I know I could do things.
Who knows where to go? She promises.
North south.
Yep. Go.
Really sweet.
I
Flips.
took a lot of damage there. What happened? Oh, it stood in the fire.
Yep. Oh, we somehow live. Oh god, I gotta have problems.
It's fine. I have given you mantra.
Okay. Hold on. I got you, Lynn. Just give me a second.
Get ready for Act 3.
Take it. I will call out which side it is.
You call out when to do knockback too?
I got it. It is the East Towers first.
Melees will be
Remember
going
saying-
west.
Yep. Go back to towers. Knock back. Run.
Oh, my knockback ran
Oh
out
yeah,
just
that
before.
no. That's a
We're
knockback.
good. We're good. We're good.
That's a knockback if
I
you're
think-
standing.
Party in.
We are not
Party in,
good.
party in,
We are
party in,
not
party
good.
Party into the hitbox.
Oh, I'm. Lucia, we had to sit.
You stacked on top of me.
We couldn't help it.
Here.
I needed a target.
Okay, resing Sherm.
Oh,
Lena, can you pick me
I'm
up?
gonna focus as soon as I can. Or not.
Gojo, no!
It was second in aggro. Shit.
Don't worry about it. Just watch the mechanics so we can explain it, but don't worry about it.
I forgot about Heartstake.
Red
Hey,
light. Oh, wait, it's this bullshit.
Oh,
Oh, I have two.
I go here.
Oh, good.
If I remember correctly, you had
Yeah.
to
Oh, yeah,
drag
it's
out
2 over. It's 2 over. That's right.
purples. Yeah, you drag the purples
Yeah,
2 over and then
purple's
they break.
2 over.
I have no idea what to do.
Try to
Just wait
I've
for
never
the
seen
death.
this.
Wait for death.
Yeah, wait for death
When
counter.
in doubt, just stand there and look pretty, boys.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile
Limit
and
break?
wave.
Okay.
Not you.
Already been shot.
Good limit break.
Your gun has been fired.
Oh,
You stood. Why did you
We're
stack
all
on top
dead.
of me, Bagels?
He was dead anyways.
I needed a
curtain
friend,
call at the end
okay? I
there.
was afraid.
Alright, I
Okay.
don't remember 4 at all.
okay.
I do.
Okay.
So, Act 4 is not too difficult, thankfully. If you receive a... Oh, God. If you receive a blue orb... This is, you're going to be able to tell the difference between these, Sonny.
No. Someone's gonna need to call it out for it because it's random. Call it out for it.
I can see blue.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
So,
right.
what are the colors?
So they're blue and black for you, I suppose.
All right.
Because the other one's purple. The blue tethers need to go back to the tower that they are tethered to. Purple towers need to stretch theirs 2 positions clockwise.
All right.
Then
Yeah.
after that,
Purple is a dark tether, right?
yes.
Okay,
Doesn't
okay.
matter.
Sorry, I appreciate that you're accommodating for Sunny, but I'm trying to remember what the real colors are.
Oh, okay. But it's still no. The purple is not the accommodation. Purple is just the standard color.
Okay.
Black is the accommodation color.
Yep.
So for those of us who are not colorblind and can in fact hear me, it is blue and purple. That's an old Next joke. We used to make it all the time at Sunny and she laughed.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just muted right quick to tell my chat that I really hate how they designed this to rely so heavily on colors.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
So
they they definitely rectified that in later tiers.
No, they did not.
No,
They didn't?
no.
Oh,
No.
Nope. I
thought they
struggle
fixed all
with
that.
5 and 11.
Yeah.
I also
Oh.
struggle with 5 and 11 because of the colors.
I'm sorry.
It's
And
gonna be
also
a
some of the
persistent
things.
problem.
Yeah, Barbaricha and Golbez Extreme, they are also really bad for it.
Holy shit. Barbaricha's fucking arena must just be gray.
Mostly. I'm not completely colorblind in those. I just lose like 90% of those colors or so.
Okay,
Jeez.
so the next step to this.
Yes.
And actually, I'm incorrect in what I was saying. So, blue tethers need to stretch across the field to their opposite tower. The dark tethers is still like the same. You stretch it across and then 2 clockwise. I think. Is it across and 2 clockwise, or is it just 2 clockwise from where they are?
Just 2 clockwise from where they are.
Yeah. Right. So yeah. Blue tethers is directly across. Purple or black. Tethers, find where you're tethered to, go 2 across from, or go 2 next to you clockwise. After that, we want the majority of the party to stack up probably on 3. And then we want whoever is tethered to the tower at 1 to run through the party all the way to the edge to break their tether. Then the person tethered around 2 does the same thing, goes across. Person tethered at 3 goes across. Person tethered at 4 goes across. Once those people are across and their towers or their tethers are broken, they return to the party. The next person goes through.
We also
That's right. I
rotate
remember
as
this
they go
bullshit
across. We also rotate as they go across.
Yes, we rotate as well. So we start at 3, then go 4, 1, 2.
I remember this Mario Kart bullshit.
It's not
Yeah.
the hardest. It's not the hardest
God.
thing, but it definitely
only
takes a little time to
problem
get
was
used to.
The only problem with Act 4 was the heal check.
Yeah, which is not a problem now.
No. God.
With Act 4, we're gonna get it. We're gonna start getting Hesperos low on health. I want to make sure that we respect the mechanic. Don't try to just slap him full of damage. Just respect the mechanic. Do what you need to do, and we'll move as we need to move.
Super fast. For Heartstake. Lucia, you just gotta throw a Haima on Sunny for that.
That's fine.
Assuming both of us are up.
That's
the idea.
yeah. It's fine. Panheima is fine, and if I forget, follow-up Toracles should recover.
Why would not Panheima, just Haima?
Yeah, I said Panheima. Panheima is actually on cooldown then. I meant Haima.
Yeah. Questions?
Are we gonna get it clear tonight?
Potentially.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
We're in range to do it.
I will hurt you.
I will fly out to Colorado and take you out for a nice dinner before killing you.
Do it, bitch.
I will hire a hitman
I'm the
to
hitman.
show you the time of your life, and then end you.
Can I make the nice
Wow.
dinner?
Sure.
Let's make this a team effort.
I have been wanting to clear P4 for too long to let you ruin this shit now.
There we go.
Not me literally checking my phone in the middle of the poll.
Yeah, it's fine. It's Act 1.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Hesperos is just boring you.
Yeah, a little bit.
At least for the start, we already got him at 80%. Yay.
Hey, Len, when's the next tank quester?
After this. But I'm doing the mechanic correctly, so don't kill me. I'm actually paying attention if you'll believe it.
You know what? I do.
Well, seeing as I've just performed it correctly, you should. Tanks in, party out. Good, good.
Random little thing. I don't know if I had mentioned it, but keyboard got replaced, so I'm not having space bar issues anymore, and it feels really nice. I can talk more about it later, but it feels real good.
East-west. East-west is safe.
God,
I've got the Dark
damn it.
Tether. He's what? Yeah, but
East-west.
Yeah. East-west.
Oh, whoops.
No.
That was just my own fuck up.
Witness that boy. He wanted to use his weapon.
Wait,
Little did he know
thank
he
you.
had range for them.
Oh no, I fat fingered my movement.
I got murdered by fire. Probably because I left the party too soon and the fire didn't go off and it all just went on me.
Nah. Nah, just spicy.
Just have tank HP and you'll live.
Mhm.
Len?
For this tier, I do. Actually.
No, you don't.
Oh, you don't?
For what we were at for this fight, yeah, I totally do.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Because you're
at
missing a
the
buff.
intended.
Oh, you're right. Now I do.
There you go.
Everyone, food reminder.
I had shrimp scampi. It was my first time making it, and it came out pretty good.
Oh,
This
nice.
have ramen.
is brought to you by the
Shrimp
Two
scampi
Food
is fucking
Gang.
delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating ramen right now.
I always double dip everything. And yes, that includes Estes.
Double dip these nuts.
Hey, yo! I'm so proud of you.
A reminder for all those people who think Lena is innocent. She isn't, she just puts up a very nice facade.
Lena is like almost my equal.
Mm-hmm.
We did these nuts, Dojo.
Oh, God.
I feel like I'm the most innocent one here.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
100%. You poor sweet summer child.
I think Lena has best, or not Lena,
Somebody
Anya.
called me a summer child, and I was like, "You have no idea the things I am capable of."
Jeez.
Anya
was
had
definitely that.
Anya had best, like, Anya could be lewd if she wanted to, but she had best accidental burns.
Oh my god, yeah.
They were just fucking brutal.
He wasn't even trying. Party in.
I think the worst one was on Zayd. It was not intentional. It was absolutely a murder.
I don't recall.
I'd have to go back and look at the video.
Yeah, Anya was brutal. I still remember when you fucking backed up.
I backed up. I jumped off a cliff and I was like, nope, I'm noping out of this conversation.
It's east-west safe. All she said was, Lucia, are you calling me
That's right.
old?
No,
And he
oh shit, I want to go.
You've got the Dark Tether, Sunny. East, west. Bait your
East,
puddle
west.
first. Bait your puddle first.
Nope.
Yeah, so I was.
That was me. I was getting greedy. That was me.
Oh shit.
That was me.
Hey, Sonny, we die together. Or I die alone, rather.
I got greedy.
I don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna go
It's
wall.
not gonna be very worth it.
But yeah, I was commenting I thought Anya was younger than me, which flipped to being like, are you calling me old? And I'm like, no, I thought you were younger than me.
And she's like, she was
after
like,
I joined.
that was
No.
that was shortly. That was when you were covering because we were having we have the
Oh,
problem we have
yeah.
nowadays.
He fucking-
Yeah.
No, he didn't go. No, I thought you were younger than me. He went nope.
Yeah, it was very much a nope because it was I
He
didn't
threw
mean it that way.
shit in reverse.
I did, but the fun part was like I didn't mean it as younger. I thought she was the youngest.
I know. But still, you
She-
threw that shit.
The
in
way she
reverse.
worded it, I'm like, no.
Fucking push on the clutch and slam that fucking ship back. Wow.
Chelsea still laughs about that one to this day.
So do I. Fucking funny.
That was a sad crit.
How could you have a sad crit?
It was technically a crit, but it wasn't a direct hit crit, so it only did 44k damage.
What if it
Sad.
wasn't a crit? What if it was just a direct hit?
Could have been a sad direct hit.
Direct hit is sad in general.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It didn't happen during the fun window, so it was just a sad direct hit if it was.
Crit that
Thanks
didn't
for that,
want to
Stelsa.
commit.
How could you say something so controversial yet so true?
Just the kind of man I am.
I hope Chelsea knows what she got herself into.
Oh, she does.
She does.
Tanks in, tanks in, tanks in, tanks in. Bagel!
Bagels out.
Wait, woman.
You're dying, that's what you're doing. You
Do
literally
I
the
look
clone.
dead?
You okay over there, Lynn?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
There, have a heal. Make it feel better.
why do I have Knight's Benediction? What the fuck is this shit?
Why is it on Lucia?
Because I missed Lynn in my mouse over macro.
Ah, okay, it's east-west again, please.
Soft spread.
Okay. East-west, east-west.
That's various. I shall never see you again.
I should have gone north, shouldn't I? Nope, never mind.
This
Oh,
is
you're
fine. Well done!
And that is a correctly done.
That
Yep.
was Act 2.
Clean Act 2,
Congratulations.
Pog.
Act 3 coming out?
Reminder about the knockback right after towers.
I will call for knockback when we need to hit it. West Towers.
Gonna bait and just getting up done.
Move to towers. Knockback. Hello?
I'm on the wrong side.
Why was a Earthshaker targeted at
One,
me?
one hit you. That's what it was. One hit you, and that's just what killed us. Which is sad, because this was definitely clear material.
I was... What the fuck?
I heard West
Drop
Towers,
him.
I went
Drop him a
west.
little further. Like drop him a little closer to like here-ish. Like be standing here and have him drop a little further. That might keep him from triggering while you're running across.
Is that it? Is it just the weird snapshot there?
Yeah. Once. By the way, once he
Uh.
jumps, you can start running across the field. You don't have to stop.
Okay.
Yeah. So it might be that you could drop him in the same place you have been dropping him. It's just once he kicks you, you just go.
Yeah, I think my sprint was on cooldown because I used it during Act 2, but I
Yeah.
will try to not do that.
Yeah. Even if you do, it's fine. You can just make sure you start moving as soon as the kick goes out.
I distinctly remember as Samurai needing to like space out my gap closer for this sort of thing.
Lynn?
I assume she's eating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have 4 minutes to finish.
That's fine. We'll just take a quick break so you can finish eating food.
So your first tower is the opposite of the tethers, right?
Mm-mm. No. The tethers dictate which towers will go off first.
Yeah, and those
I
are the
went to
towers
the right
you take.
tower, but I got kaboomed.
We took
I
an
get hit by
Earthshaker.
something else.
We got hit by something else, yes.
We got hit by
Yeah,
something. We got
yeah.
hit by an Earthshaker.
That like covered the whole field because it was pointed
Yeah.
at me and I was right in the middle.
Yeah. So on the other side, he is. Once he kicks Sherm or Octave, depending on who is here, he also does an Earthshaker, which is a cone AoE, and it's to the nearest people to him, and basically it snapshotted him closer than Sunny when he was on the other side going to a spot, and it just kicked an Earthshaker at the rest of us.
Ah.
Push comes to shove, if that ticks us again, I vote we go for the bait plus Mitt the Earthshaker. Because I was able to survive that a couple pulls ago.
Sure, we could just have Sunny like
Alright.
dive in to get uptime, and then just one run back, and then she could just do the
We
same
got
thing
more
on
than
the
enough
other side.
DPS. We don't need to worry that much about uptime.
Yeah.
But we'll try this. We'll try to cross over one more time.
Yeah. If
And
it
if
doesn't
that
work,
doesn't
we'll
work,
just
yeah.
have Sunny stay on the other side with the ranged, and then she can just bait the kick then. Gosh, now I'm thinking about RPG Maker days. I'm so rusty for that.
What's RPG Maker?
Alright, it's a RPG program. It's a program that makes RPGs.
Really?
Yeah.
What sort of other things does it do?
A lot, actually, but I am not artistically inclined enough to try. Like, I'm programmingly inclined enough that I could make it work. I'm not artistically inclined enough to make
I need
it
to
work.
use the washroom.
Yep.
You know if it's possible to make shooter games?
I think I've seen somebody turn it into like a top-down shooter before.
Oh wow, actually?
Yeah.
I was just being a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah, no. You can do a lot. You just need to have the art and the skill to do it. Most people tend to turn it into puzzle games and
Lives in the bio.
yeah. Tends to, but yeah, you can tend to turn it into a puzzle. Most people turn it into puzzle games. When I was a senior taking a freshman course because I changed degrees at the last minute, I was able to do an entire class on my assignment, and I basically just made a puzzle game.
Wait, so you had to use RPG Maker in your assignment?
Yep, I had talked to the.
We had to use fucking Unity.
So the problem
I'm
was
so
is
sorry.
I had to use Unity too. The problem is the class she was teaching I had taken in my the year before, and my teacher was like, "All right, prove it." So I handed her the final assignment, completely working with extra ad stuff put in that I did myself, and she's like, "All right, this is a redundant class for you, but I want you to get something out of it. What do you propose?" And I'm like, "Let me use this program." And she's like, "Can you put it on the computer so I can see you work on it?" And I'm like, "I'm an IT person at the school. Yes, I can." Programmed in RPG Maker, and then while other people were working on Unity in the class, I was working on RPG Maker stuff.
Nice. Also, hi, Gate.
Hi, Gate.
Hi, I'm free.
Yay.
You alright, dude?
I just Sage healed through phase 2 of P12S. What do you think, gamer?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Gate. Now that Lucia's here, do you want to say that to his face?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lucia.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, this is a lot harder than I knew, like I expected, but still, it fucking sucks.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. What was
I wanted to heal Anabasios, but my static wouldn't let me.
I white maged through the tier and did an okay job. I tried maintaining uptime for shielding and damage as Sage, and fuck, I'm bad.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not easy.
But you know what the sad truth is?
What?
I still cast Nemo more than certain individuals.
Wow.
Wow.
Shots
That
fired.
is a shot at a very certain someone.
Mm.
Shots
I just-
fucking fired.
I still recall a conversation Lynn was having with me way back when we were progging this back in the day, and she's like, I don't know why it feels so much better to heal this with you. By you, she meant me, than when she was with Toast.
That individual.
And we found out it was because I do a lot more healing.
You do your
Much
job.
more.
Yeah.
Actually,
I like doing damage, but I am a healer first.
But
Yeah,
why heal when you can pew pew with lasers?
the way-
Because my healing is can be better than the pure heals.
Yeah. By the way, you guys want to know how close that clear was?
Last second. Animation going off.
Literally last second animation going off because we beat it by 5 DPS.
Oh my.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, were people in the midst of dying as it cleared?
No, we didn't. No one actually died in the clear itself because it's an instant. But it was close because we had 3 deaths, and one of them was the dance partner.
Oh jeez.
I just want a boss that just yells "fuck you" when the fight ends.
Yeah.
It's just Nero, but as a raid boss.
Yep.
Fuck you! I'm better than all of you.
Or he fucking yells "fuck you" his devil trigger pops out and we die.
Oh, that Nero.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
I was thinking the 14%.
No, I'm talking about the one that says "fuck you."
Yeah, Nero literally says "fuck
I
you."
could see Nero saying. I could see 14
It
Nero
does
saying
say
"fuck
"fuck
you."
you."
I don't know. I think he's too
DPS
like.
in. Already in.
No. He'd respond to Sid saying "fuck you" with "fuck me yourself, you coward."
He would.
Nero is so like he's playing the game of like the formal gentleman, but like with sass added. Like,
Nero.
Can we clear comms for a second, please?
Yeah. Hey, north south.
Thank you.
I have fire.
Might do north south.
North south. Yep.
Yeah.
No, Coach, I'll go the other way.
Wrong
Holy shit!
healer. You go to the letter.
Lena, rest if you can.
Yeah, Kojin,
Oh,
you
no,
will
you're-
never
oh,
go
you're in your burst.
to D. Unless you are wind.
It's not gonna be in time.
I don't have.
Just
swift.
wipe it, just wipe it. It's a good effort, but just wipe it.
I took out the rezzers.
It's fine.
Someone's gotta do it.
I appreciate
happened
the
to be the
recovery
someone.
attempt, Bagels.
A tankless job, but somebody has to do it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still coming down from the clear.
Yeah.
Kojin, you were trying to say something. Back to
About Nero.
Oh no, it was gonna be something silly.
Well, say it anyway.
Say it!
Say your joke, funny man.
It wasn't even gonna be a joke. It was gonna be like
Still just say it anyway.
you.
Lynn. Let him say it. You're overwhelming him.
It was just gonna be like this. He'd be like fuck you, and then he'd throw the coffee thing at Sid.
Yeah.
Charm.
No, that was funny. That was funny.
Oh,
He's dead.
okay,
This is
fine.
your
You
fault,
killed
Sherm.
him. This is all you. I want you to apologize to this corpse right over here.
I'm
Ow.
sorry, Kojin. I just wanted to be a
should
sassy
join us.
little bitch, but that was funny.
It was genuinely funny.
It genuinely was.
I'm just gonna do the countdown.
Yep.
I don't have Carby out.
Well, then
Have 7
hurry it up
seconds
already.
to get fucking Titan out.
Where's my thick boy? Where's the Nuggy?
He's out.
Now it's
He's out.
Muhammad.
Where's the Nuggy? He's gone.
I want chicken nuggies. I want chicken nuggies.
Are we
Yeah,
going to
chicken nugget,
Wendy's?
only big
Clear.
fuck off dragon.
Yo,
Sherm, are you
six,
taking us to Wendy's?
69k, let's go.
Yeah, we're
Well,
going
you're
to
taking us
Burger
to
King,
Wendy's,
whether you
Sherm.
kids like it or not.
No, we're going somewhere else. I want to go Popeyes.
Yes, please.
No.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
God,
I was
yes.
having
We
a
have-
dream about Popeyes last night. Please.
Oh, that
Popeyes
chicken
are
from
for-
Popeyes.
Popeyes are for those who can clear.
It's okay. I know
Yeah,
what
there
I
you go.
want. We're gonna go Wendy's nuts.
Oh,
Oh, that is a nice
That is-
looking wall over there. That is
It's
a
a
nice
nice
looking
wall.
wall over there.
It's a nice wall, but this is some good DPS, so I'm gonna walk.
oh, I could have rescued him, but it would have ended the cult.
It would've.
Tanks in, party out.
I was hoping that was in max melee
Only there
range.
was not an animation lock there. I could have.
You know what's probably really nice for these fights?
What's up?
The fact that buffs are actually long, like, more distance.
Yes!
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, the amount of times I was told by my previous black mage, it's like I missed my litany. I'm like, fuck.
What do you want from me, my guy? I'm doing my best.
North south, please. North south. North south.
Okay, Bongos, I'm going to B.
Oh, I don't know if you should have gotten hit by that, Sonny.
I got you.
Sorry.
I got him. It's fine.
We're good, we're good, we're good. Ayo!
Nice.
You can take that with 2 now, so it's fine as long as one of us is going the right direction. And the fire
that
split.
Poggers. Get ready for Act 3.
We call that a Froggers. Soft reminder about the knockback. Lynn will call it.
I will. You are correct. Towers are to the west.
I'm gonna try the run through one time here, and if that doesn't work,
Towers. Knockback.
ah, fuck!
That's about to be a problem.
It's about to be a different problem.
Edge. He lived.
So sorry, Sean, what was that
Told
about
you just-
knockback?
That was animation lock, honestly, because I was weaving a mitt for the kick and my knockback at the same time.
I got so lucky there.
I got fucking murdered.
I got
Yeah.
jumped on.
I watched it jump to Lynn and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be painful.
I did my knockback too early, so it wasn't up in time for that. But I
call
managed to
it.
gap close and not. I managed to gap close and not die.
Yeah, Sherm, it looked like you got out of there with no problems for it, so yeah, you just have to leave
Yeah.
ASAP.
I just like pre-popped sprint, and then as soon as the cast bar went off, just ran.
I think Octave does that too. He just waits for the cast bar off and just leaves. I don't think he needs to run, I think he just leaves.
Well, I'm gonna run anyway, just to not
Yeah,
risk
no
it.
worries.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a cat. You don't hear me talking about it.
Well, you know what happens when my dogs start to get noisy.
I hear a distant Hermes.
A distant.
Sometimes you turn around and it's away from your mic, so it does
Oh.
actually
Yeah.
sound distant.
I get another day with the new trainee tomorrow.
That work?
Yeah. North
North
south.
South, that's a
Yeah.
rare one tonight.
Which is to say, I get to spend the day with one of my best friends tomorrow.
Oh, nice. We were hoping to have interns this year, but it just wasn't in the cards.
It's actually funny because we never have problems with interns.
Tanks
Tanks
out,
out.
party in.
Phoenix, get in.
Get doing
Louis
away.
Squad does what he wants.
Exactly.
Bitch, don't
thought
tell me
Phoenix-
what to do.
I thought Phoenix needed to be next to you to attack.
Nope.
Nope.
Not
That was
anymore.
luck. They fixed that.
Ah, perfect.
Thanks, sister.
They've been really working on fixing Summoner Installer.
Gonna need to try that sentence again.
They're
Nah,
working
I'm
on fixing
good.
Summoner
It's
and Scholar.
north-south. North-south.
Eh.
What's up?
Alright. And then we're going to C.
No, I went the wrong way.
I lived.
And then we'll be
Oh.
I did not.
There's not gonna be any fire.
I took that extra clip.
Fine.
Just wipe it.
Yeah.
No!
Sorry, Sherm.
Me! Could you imagine if the cover like gave me your spike damage?
That would have
God,
been
it'd be hilarious.
hilarious.
Anyway, I learned I can survive 2 fires at the same time.
Must be nice. Still a bottom.
Why does everyone else have such low health? I mean, fuck.
Why are you all dead?
Because we failed the mechanics, Sonny. Our HP hit 0.
I mean, I failed the mechanic too, and you don't see me dead on the floor.
No, but I do see you with a crown. Crown of shame! Which, by the way, is equal to a brink of death, so you might as well have died.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
They made.
That's a fat debuff.
Yeah, they decided they weren't going to give you vulns anymore. They were going to give you that debuff and make it worse.
But I swear I do a double take every time in an extreme we get vulns instead of damage down.
Right? Goddamn. The fucking bar between extreme and savage is so, like... I mean, it's not the worst in terms of actual difficulty, but in terms of, like, what you're dealing with for DPS, north south. Between the vulns and the damage downs, it's just such a difference in stakes.
Oh, I got that weave back.
Party in, party in, party in, party in.
Got that dot weave back.
Deep
Hey,
check.
yo.
All I heard was Wii, and I was thinking, you got a Nintendo Wii?
May we play?
We like
No.
play. God, that commercial is so iconic.
Then we got
Does it
double.
take customer?
It's east-west. East-west reminder.
Fire.
What
We're
Do not
missing
stand
a-
on my tower. We're good, we're good, we're good. Prep for Act 3. I'm still yawning!
Knockback reminder, Lynn will call it. That goes for
Okay,
you too,
it's
Sherm.
West Towers, West Towers. Move. Knock back.
Fuck you, game. It went off.
All bait. All bait.
Well done, well done. Res bagels.
Got it.
Actually,
Party
no,
Party
no.
in, party in.
Party in, party in, party in, party in, party in, party in, party in.
I didn't get it. Thank you for running so far, guys.
Appreciate it.
Problem.
Get ready for
You're
heart's sake.
welcome.
I'm Sunny.
That's got it.
Why is it on me?
It goes on both of you.
Oh, that's right.
You have an issue. Okay, Act 4. So remember, blues, stretch your tethers across. Purples, find where you're tethered to, go 2 next to them, clockwise.
Here they come.
Do you start immediately with stretching them across or no?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
And
Yeah.
purple.
Stretch them across.
It was. Wait, two. How
Blues,
was it
stretch across.
Oh, I'm dead.
I didn't die.
I exploded. My tower went off. I don't think you stretch across right away.
Yeah, I don't think you stretch.
Am I wrong about that?
It's blues blues go
you said-
almost across and then 1 clockwise.
What
And
do the purples do?
Purples just go 1 clockwise to where they're tethered.
Oh, it's 1 clockwise. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you for the refresher.
No problem.
You guys got this,
We're
right?
not-
Oh, no, res.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. Go.
Boom!
I had Bahamut out.
That was an explosion.
That's
an
fine.
excuse.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Now that we know,
Okay, so I just gotta
because
survive that part, and we should
Yeah.
have a clear.
so
yeah.
remember, blues don't go all the way across. It's across and 1 to the left.
1 clockwise.
One to
No,
right.
clockwise. That's the right. And then
then
purples just
purples
go
just-
1 to
1
the
clockwise.
1 clockwise.
1 clockwise from the one that you're tethered to.
Yeah.
So find what
Alright.
one you're tethered to and go 1 clockwise.
Yes.
And then during all that downtime, quote unquote, is when we're stretching the tethers and
Yes.
Mario Karting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As soon as the blues go off, we start to do the stacks and stuff.
Although honestly, we got him down to what, like 10%?
7.
Yeah.
7.
A
7.
reminder.
So
I think we
yeah.
can start potting, but I want to
Oh,
remind
I'm already
you.
there.
I
I've
want to
been
just
potting.
I've been
remind
potting all
everyone.
night.
You
I
tell me
just-
I'm not supposed to be drinking?
I just want to remind everyone, respect the mechanic. Yes, we got him down low, but I want us to respect the mechanic.
Yes, I shall try to respect
Mechanics
the mechanic.
over DPS. Mechanics are.
Mechanics are the focus.
I shall continue to pot them.
Are we the cars?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I thought Titan was the car.
No, Titan has an ATV.
Mine's a nugget.
Not in
Also,
Omega.
It's still a fucking crime, by the way, that the mount for E4 was not the ATV.
For real.
True.
I'm waiting for the eventual time in Dawn Trail when they'll put that on the Mog Station and then
I
you
will
just
buy
cross.
it!
I will
Shut up,
also
take my
buy it.
money!
It's the ultimate mount, actually.
Oh
Shut up,
god.
take my money!
Fuck you.
Shut up and take my
would.
prog! I showed you my prog, please respond!
I saw that one
You
today.
showed your what now?
I showed you
Frog.
my frog. Please
Come on, are you
respond.
listening?
East-west!
Cerise is
Data's
plugged up.
dying.
That's just all I'm gonna say.
I tell you, that girl ain't right.
Yeah.
Which one of us girls is right?
Go.
None of y'all are.
That's true.
Yo, I got it.
Tanks in, party out. Tanks in, party out.
What if I wanted to go in?
No.
You're welcome
That's
to
on
fucking
your own
sign
head.
your own. Sign your own death certificate there, bud.
I'll gladly accept the stack, buddy.
Don't. Stop.
Stop.
Get help.
Get some help. No, get out of my head.
Yeah, exactly. Get some help. Someone come help me. Someone come help me.
Let's
I
go.
saw that.
Almost 100%
Piece of
done.
Surprised he didn't even try.
Right.
Okay,
Bagels.
east-west, please. East-west, clear comms. It is east-west, please.
Oh, crap.
What the fuck?
He's
I hit
dead.
the wall.
Fuck.
sorry.
Someone take the tower.
No.
Nope.
Sacking!
Okay,
No, I'm just gonna. He's gonna die.
I'm
my
sorry.
wife. It's alright.
I was right at the edge.
Yeah, you don't have to run quite that far.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot what brakes are for a minute.
Don't run in traffic!
It's okay. I'll
Run,
clean up that.
in traffic.
I'm gonna ATV.
I'll clean up that
And
oil
in
spill I
traffic.
put there.
Oh my god, I remember.
Oil spill. I thought it was just a little patch of ice.
I remember when Temp said that and then did it himself and Rat got run over. It was hilarious.
Don't run in traffic. Proceeds to die. Bye, Tim.
Also, Lena, if you tempt the developers to put more ice physics into this game, I swear to God.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I'll do it. I don't
Do
care.
There's
it.
gonna
I mean-
be, by the way, because Eden Ultimate's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, you know there's gonna be fucking Icelet Dragon Song and that fucking bullshit.
Someone's gonna be on top of it.
New and
Ultimate
improved Lights
Ramblings.
Rampant.
Let's go. I want to do it. I want to do it so bad. I want to do that ultimate.
Me too.
Me too.
I want to do
Y'all are
it, but all of my
psychopath.
trauma from E8 is gonna come back to me.
I never did EA,
I'm gonna-
so there's no trauma there for me.
I'm gonna probably be able to do it, but it's gonna suck.
I want to do it. Maybe I'll ask Grin if they'll let me do it. North South.
I think Ren would be willing to do it, but
I would need to clear whatever current Savage tier there is first.
Probably going to be the first tier of Dawn Trail, I'm sure.
Yep.
Radion Savage tanks in.
I'd say probably the second.
No, it's gonna be first.
Oh yeah, it will.
They
be.
wouldn't have announced. They wouldn't have announced it if it wasn't gonna be first.
Yep.
Act 2.
like this ultimate is actually planned for 8.0.
Yes.
Or
8.1.
7.1, I think.
7.1.
Yeah, no. It's gonna be 8.0.
No, fuck you. I will kick
Get a room, you two.
Please understand, we announced this in the
East
personally.
west, east west,
Clear
east
comms,
west.
please.
Clear up. East west reminder.
You know, we'll be at
Do not
sea.
hit those spikes.
It's gonna say Spike's reminder.
Or, wait, B. You're right. Sorry.
Where's the friend?
Lucia,
Got
And then
there.
we'll go to-
Whoops.
you're lucky I can take that on my own.
Somehow made that work.
Res me.
I am busy with something else. I will get you in a second, I
Somehow
promise.
made that work. Lynn, get on the floor.
It's not my fault.
It's not. It's mine. That was all me.
No, we got this.
Sorry, Len.
Lucia, you are lucky I can take that fire by myself.
Mm.
West Towers. Towers. Not back. Nope.
You have killed
We
me.
need that guy.
Guardian.
I'm on it. Oh fuck.
Please.
Got him. Get ready for Heartstake.
Yep, just tell me when.
Bagels, LB, when you get up. Just use it.
Why couldn't put in use it?
Bagels
I-
is going to put out more damage because he has the Brinket Death.
Yeah.
Does that affect LB damage?
No. Which is why he'll put out more because he's got damage down.
I
see.
see.
Oh, okay.
Act 4. So remember, blues go across and one clockwise, purples go back and one clockwise.
Has blue.
I want to go.
Shit.
No,
I said
you
no,
wanted to go.
that's me.
I think you would have wanted to go to the one by A bongos.
I set that off, I'm sorry.
Still, very close, very close.
That was multiple explosions all
Yeah.
at once.
Well, when one person dies, it will usually trigger someone else to die, which will
Oh,
trigger their
it's
explosion.
just a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was just hilarious because I've not seen it before.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I went too far.
Yeah,
right, you
first
need to
time
like
I've seen it.
position within the boss's hitbox for that.
To start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the blues need to be like within the hitbox to
So-
start.
We're not going out all the way, right?
No.
Okay.
Just the purples need to go and take it out all the way. Because they have a
We'll
very
see if
short
we can do
leash.
one more. Up to y'all.
Like one more.
Yeah, I can only do one more, you know that.
We don't get this clear right now. We get it tomorrow.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
easy.
absolutely. Easy peasy. I gotta remember if we do get the clear to be quiet, I have neighbored now.
Fuck your neighbor.
No.
No,
That's-
you're married.
I'm married. I like being married.
Oh, your neighbor is Chelsea. I was like, hold on.
No, my neighbor is like below me, and I like my neighbor. She's a very nice person.
The sweet lady who lives in your house.
The joke was not to fuck the neighbor because he enjoys being married.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm
I mean,
dumb.
I'm sure Lucia just likes
East,
being
west.
alive in general.
You see, I don't
Chelsea's
have this
actually not
thing you call
particularly
a
violent.
partner, so I don't really catch on to this sort of thing.
Neither do I, but I caught on right away. Sounds like Bottom talked to me.
Don't kill her. We're
Sorry,
doing
yeah.
You
good.
are extremely lucky that this is the last pull of the night, Lena. Because I absolutely would.
I know you would. That's why I had to tell you no.
I saw Elixir Field.
Yay.
Why do you have effects turn on?
Among things.
No, the effects aren't turned on. I just saw the animation for it.
Oh, you saw me ascend.
Yeah, I did. Do you guys not know what Elixir Field is? Also,
No.
east
Among
west.
things.
No, north south. Sorry, north south, north south, north south.
Thank God.
I remember when it was just sort of
Yeah,
Clear comms. Clear comms.
Here comes,
Clear.
please.
North south reminder.
I went
That
the wrong
was-
way.
Wind Buddy wasn't with me.
Sorry, Bonkos. You're gonna die. I died too.
Wipe. Wipe.
Wipe it. That was a good try. We'll get it tomorrow.
One more?
No.
One more?
No.
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 No, it's hard stop for Lynn.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that I can't.
I know, but we're so close.
He just wants
Yeah.
to
If she
marry
if
me.
she
We'll
could
get it
if she
tomorrow.
could do another 5-10 tries, she would. Yeah.
I would. 100%.
know,
Unfortunately,
I know.
5:30 a.m. waits for no one.
Yeah.
I know. Fuck your job.
Yeah,
No,
well,
it's
well
actually
done.
her job treats her well though.
Oh yeah, fantastically. I love my job.
Oh, you were so close to finding me.
I'm so mad now.
Now Kojin
I
can
walked
escape.
into this building and everything. I just didn't see you.
I was hiding off to
Oh,
the
you were
side.
hiding out here. No, I was so close.
He was making it tricky.
Oh, I didn't even know that door on the other side opened. I never would have found you.
It opens as part of one of the cooking quests.
You would think that I would know that I did those.
Alright, I'm gonna shut down my stream, but good job everyone. We're very close to clear. I'm super excited to finally be
Yep.
done with this fight. So yeah, we'll do clears tomorrow and then probably get everyone but Octave their mounts and then just catch Octave up next week. And then probably
Fuck yeah.
either do P8 or UCOB. I don't know. I'll put a vote up and people can decide.
Honestly, you'd have an easier time trying to clear P12 still.
I don't want to prog E12.
Oh, thank you.
That's fair.
All right.
I'd rather go into Ukon.
I'd rather go into UCOB or P8. As much as I hate P8, I'd rather do one of those two than go back
yeah.
to 12.
I gotta.
I'd recommend UCOB.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
down
night,
for
Lynn.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, Lynn.
Alright, I'll be right back for those who want to do expert. Just mark in chat if you want to.
I am also leaving and shutting down my stream.
Alright.
See y'all.
See ya.
Good night, Sonny.
Good night.
Thanks again.
Night. You're welcome. Bye bye.
Alright, let's move on to the insane. Woo! Yeah! I had a lot of fun talking about Warhammer. We'll be back talking more about Warhammer tomorrow. We'll be talking about the let's see, what factions do I have left that I have to talk about army-wise? We're going to talk about, in order, Demons, Dark Eldar, Tyranids, Admech, Tau. Actually, it should be Orcs, Admech, Tau, World Eaters, Thousand Suns, Necrons, and Gene Stealer Cult. So we'll be back to talk about that. Then maybe next week while I'm doing stuff, I'll talk about Horus Heresy and maybe go into depths of what I like about each legion, what I dislike about each legion, why White Scars are the best legion around because they have the Burn Master in charge of their faction, stuff like that. So we'll go into that details, discuss it out. So, but I do want you guys to know I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I felt really excited talking about it. So we'll do more of that. Well, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you next time.